Andy Gill in the morning. What up, Andy Gill? Good morning, man. I accidentally put the live stream up for 9 o'clock. It's at 8 o'clock. I was like, man, my stuff, I doubt the notifications went out. But anyway, man, we'll start it, man. Anyway, let's wait for y'all to come on in the building. Man, I had a good day off. I hope you guys enjoyed your Juneteenth. I hope you enjoyed your Juneteenth, Andy Gill. I certainly did, man. To me, I actually had a blast, man. So we got one person in the house. Wait for y'all to come on in. Oh, man. Vi Ferrer, what up, man? What's good with you, brother? How you feeling this fine morning, man? Man, we're going to talk about Gervonta today. We're going to talk about Jaron, Ennis, and Brian Norman. Whole lot of talk yesterday. Nah, I had to work, but it's all good. Okay, that's what's up. You didn't? Yeah. Well, what's up, Rocco McBride? How you feeling this morning, man? Good morning, sir. Good morning. Yeah, man. Should be a good day of boxing talk this morning, man. I'm going to put the link in the chat, dog, because I want to know how in the world Jaron Ennis could possibly be ducking. How in the world he could possibly be ducking Brian Norman Jr. But at the same time, I do, since I didn't get to talk about the fight yesterday, do want to talk about how good Brian Norman looked against Jen Sasaki, man. That dude is in tremendous shape, man. Physically, he looks like he is in just as fantastic shape. Broncha Mack in the bill said, up early, saluting my channel. What up, man? Yeah. We back to 8 a.m.s, man. We back to 8 a.m. We back to the 8 a.m. coffee grind. You know what I mean? But I'm going to put the link in the chat early. Put this link in the chat early. But it's good to see you, Broncha Mack. Always good to see you, man. Andy Gill said them Normans are some hoe-ass dudes. Look, that's some hoe shit to be calling that man a duck. I ain't gonna lie. That falls into hoe shit category. Jaron Ennis has been at 147 pounds, man, since your son, Brian Norman Sr. and Brian Norman Jr. I'll talk to both of y'all. The man was at 147 pounds when Brian Norman was 13 years old. Okay? Brian Norman Jr. is only 23. Was he 23 or 24? If he's 24, 10 years ago, he was 14. Okay, Jaron Ennis has been a professional for 10 years now. He's been at the same weight class for 10 years. At a certain point in time, he gets to leave the weight class, man. He's a unified champion in the weight class. So, hey, okay, he defended his title, and then he got a unification. He got what he needed out of that, and he can go on about his business. He waited around forever for Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. to fight each other. He's supposed to wait longer so that he can fight Brian Norman Jr.? That doesn't make sense. That's not fair. And honestly, man, that's why I like Bozy Ennis, man, because Bozy Ennis is fair all the way around, bro. You don't see any of that shit, man. You don't see any of that stuff where they just blatantly saying stuff that you know. Come on, man. You know it. Virgin Max said, I like the fact that the Norman and Hitchens got their guys out of there recently. They show that there is levels. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about Norman knocking out Jen Sasaki because, like, going into the fight, I told y'all what I thought about that fight. The fact is that he's fighting a welterweight from Japan. He's going to win. What welterweights are there from Japan? And I don't care what they're ranked because the ranking systems in boxing suck. They have, you know what I mean? The ranking systems suck because there's a whole lot of people that are not in rankings that should be in rankings. You know? No excuses from the boost camp for the fight at all. What is that? They don't owe any excuses for Brian Norman Jr. for moving up in weight. Jaron Ennis waited for years. At years for Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford to come together and fight. That took years. And he was there the whole time. He doesn't, you can't ask them, young man, to stay there longer so he can chase a kid. No. Hey, brother, I'll see you at 154. Because more than likely, Jaron Ennis is going to be a champion at 154 pounds. So might as well go ahead and going up to 154. Brian, you're going to go there too. But see, that's why I don't agree with Brian Norman Sr. Because Brian Norman Sr. will say, well, why would my son move up? We're young. Well, shit, why would he stay there? He's not young. You know what I mean? Like almost the same logic that you would use for your son. If you use it for the other guy gets to do what he wants to do. We can't have a standard for our guy and a different standard for somebody else. I'm saying that what? I'm saying he was supposed to do that. Sometimes guys let guys survive, kind of like Haney Kambosos. And I like Haney, but he should have got Kambosos out of there. He shouldn't have got Kambosos out of there. He couldn't get Kambosos out of there. What up, Greg? How you feeling, bro? Nah, man. That man Boo's been there for 10 years. 10 years in the same weight class, bro. He does not have to wait around for Brian Norman Sr., but for Brian Norman. And again, Brian Norman would say, why would I fight him? I'm only 23 years old. I'm only 24 years old. Why would I do that? Right? Because you have a career to develop, man. You don't have to throw Brian Norman in there with Jaron Ennis in his first champ. Like, he didn't have to throw him in there in his first title defense. And Brian Norman Sr. knows that, and I've heard him say that. So I don't understand why you can't apply the same logic to Jaron. Jaron doesn't have forever. You know what I mean? Jaron is getting close to 30 years old. He's closer to 30. He said Sweet Pea was only 23 versus Roger. Hey, bro, Boots ain't Roger, and Brian Norman ain't no Sweet Pea. Hey, but if he wants to fight him, I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying that's what he would say. I'm not saying that I have a problem. No, I think personally that he's a champion. He's a champion in the division, so he should fight him. If Jaron was still a champion in that division, he should fight him. You know? Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, Greg. I know full well when somebody's a champion, they're a champion. It don't matter if they're 23, 24, 18, doesn't matter. I'm just using the logic that was presented to me. The logic that they presented to me for why Brian Norman and this was, I do think, before Brian Norman won the championship. And he's like, why would we have him fight Boots now? He's only 20. He's a young kid. He's got a lot of time. So I appreciate the argument about him having a lot of time and not rushing to something. I get that. But if you're going to take that argument, then you got to go the other way. And Jaron does not have to sit around and wait on Brian Norman. Because honestly, Brian Norman Jr. doesn't bring much to the table. He doesn't bring any additional money to the table. He brings skill to the table. That's for sure. For now, and that's a great point. At first, I was saying Boots should wait till after this fight. Now I see it differently. Yeah, I mean, look, he's got 10. It's 10 years, man. The kid has been there 10 years, bro. 10 years. 10 years. He's got 30 fights at the weight class, man. He's a unified champion. He waited for years for Errol and Terrence. No. I said Jaron should stay at that weight class until he unified. And he unified. All right, he unified. So he's unified in his first weight class that he was in. Boom. Terrence Crawford wasn't unified in the first weight class he was in. He wasn't, absolutely was not. So, boom. A lot of fighters aren't unified in the first fight in the first weight class that they fought in. Andy Gill said, I bet if Boots tells Eddie to make that fight, the Normans will have an excuse. like the money or not wanting to fight in Philly, or he already got the fight lined up. Look, I personally don't think Eddie's going to be able to tell Boots to do anything, because if Boots got any sense whatsoever, Boots is going to get his happy black ass up out of there and go over there to the PBC, man. For real, they're about to pull, man. It's getting close out there, man. Like I'm telling you, dog. Hey, man. Boxing is about to go through something. They're about to 10 years, and Boots hasn't been looking comfortable making 147 for a couple fights already. Yeah, he looks terrible at the weight class. I mean, the way he looks in the weigh-in, he looks terrible, and he's coming in underweight. So I mean, like, there's a great amount of discipline from that young man. 10 years, yeah, 10 years, and Bud, he's not been looking good at that weight. I mean, in the weight, as far as the weight cut goes, he looked bad during the weight cut. For sure, he looked bad during the weight cut. But I don't even understand it, man. We do all this talking about ducking all the time, bro. Hell yeah. What up, Phenomenal Noob? And Boots is a big boy. Yeah, he is. That's a big dude, man. That's a big guy. Time to go up. I don't have a problem with it now. I wouldn't have. It's too bad that Terrence Crawford didn't stay at 154, man. It's just a shame, man. And you know what is the worst shame? The biggest shame for me with Jaron is the way you guys tear this kid down before he's ever really even had an opportunity to shine. I mean, at least with Gervonta, you waited until he was shining before you put him on your hit list. Because I think you fuckers got a hit list on these fighters, bro. You guys tear down all of the best with the exception of Terrence Crawford, who's an honorary white boy. You guys tear down the best black fighters in America for sure on a regular. What do you think about the PBC ESPN news? What's the PBC ESPN news? Phenomenal Noob. What is the PBC ESPN news? The PBC, don't tell me the PBC got the ESPN contract. Bro. Hold on, bro. Phenomenal Noob. Are you telling me the PBC is working with ESPN? I did not get that news, bro. I told you I took the day off yesterday. Boy, y'all fucked if this is the case. Come on, baby. Tell me it's true. Where's it at? Let me see the news, man. Come on, man. No, I didn't see that. Oh, no. Come on, man. Oh, whoa. Let's go, baby. Oh, nah, man, I didn't hear that. I'll wait till that goes through, but I already told you. Dog, let me tell you something, dog. You know how beautiful that would be. Man, I wake up to brunch boxing and I didn't see it because I didn't look at Matt today. The hell? Come on, Matt. Where's your goddamn notifications, Matt? Matt, you're doing me dirty, Matt. Ooh, Matt, you're doing me dirty, man. I ain't get that notification, Matt. Let me get it right now. Ooh. Hold on now. Yeah, there you go, bro. I stay on Matt from brunch. I need all your notifications, bro. Dude, I didn't get the notification for that, man. Damn. Top Rank is not expected to put on any shows the month of August. The timetable for their return is unknown. The last Top Rank show on ESPN is June 26th. ESPN has had preliminary discussions about the possibility of bringing Al Heyman's premier boxing champions to the network. Wow, dope. Preliminary discussions. Has had preliminary discussions about the possibility of bringing Al Heyman's premier boxing champions to the network. Awesome. I got it all right. I got it. Let me. Please let it be. Because then, bro, we can get black fighters on the pound for pound list. I got it. Hey, if we can get that, then that means we can get black fighters on the pound for pound list, bro. TK say, I see nobody stealing your content no more. What you mean nobody's stealing my content no more? I just saw somebody steal my content the other day, but it ain't no big deal, really. I tripped out about that, but honestly, it's not a big deal. You know, thoughts are free, bro. Andy Gill said, they said Eddie gave Stanionis the money they asked for is the excuse they're using now. When they offered them 1.9 and they went and took a fight for $200,000 instead. Okay, so I do remember that, Andy Gill. So you're saying that they were offered 1.9. Eddie Hearn would have offered them 1.9. And instead of taking a fight for 1.9, they took a fight for 200,000. Let me tell you, that's called being smart. Andy Gill, that's called being smart. That is a smart move from that young man. KO did a video on it and shouted you out about it. You saying something about it first. What is this? KO did a video on it and shouted you out about you saying something about it first. I mean, I think what I said was I said that they should get the PBC to do it. I told people to do it. I did do that. The way my shit works is real funny. Like it's real funny, bro. Because people have to listen to what I'm asking them to do, then they have to actually go do it. So honestly, man, I think a lot of things are going to be playing out in a short period of time, bro. Oh, the PBC and the Top Rank, not the PBC and the Top Rank mergers, but I don't think it's going to be a merger. I think it's going to be a But anyway, I already know they're working together because I got to deal with the PBC. I got to deal with the PBC and ESPN. I mean, I got to deal with Top Rank and PBC. I'm just trying to make sure that I use it in the right way because, we like to talk that boxing shit around here. So I got to make sure I don't run afoul of anybody. Hey, man, did y'all see? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I got one. I got the deal. I can do it. I got the deal. So I'm happy as a pig in some shit, I'm happy pig rutting and shit. Salute to what up? Undercard boxing. What up, man? How you feeling, brother? So anyway, yeah, man. They're going to work together, dude. It's the only logical thing, bro. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Not that you broke the news first, but that you mentioned first that ESPN breaking away from Top Rank doesn't mean ESPN is done with boxing. Exactly. I did say that. Oh, but guess who else got thrown out? Guess who else's contract is up? Did you know the UFC didn't get their contract renewed either? Hey, did you guys know that the UFC didn't get their ESPN contract renewed? That's what I read. I read the ESPN, the UFC. Yeah, I heard the UFC did not get their, what did I say? The UFC. Did you hear the UFC did not get their did not get their ESPN contract renewed? The UFC. Man, what happened to the UFC? Bro, the UFC was the first thing that was supposed to be taken over from boxing. Yep, UFC has been in the dumps for the past couple of years. Popularity falling off a cliff. Yeah, bro. I told y'all, man, and it's funny because I told y'all the UFC is a made-up sport, bro. It's not even a real. The UFC is not even a martial arts discipline. Mixed martial arts. It's like you know what I mean? It's not fun. It's not good. Like, fuck that, man. Boxing's gonna be around forever, bro. The UFC, but they threw UFC off there. Thank God. Now y'all can come back to boxing, man. Let's go and get these top, man. Come on, ESPN. Thank you. Because I'm about to say, I don't think I said that. I just said that I didn't think ESPN would be done. He said it's too niche of a sport. I don't like watching it personally. No, I have not liked it. I'm going to tell you what I like seeing. The way Brian Norman bounced Jin Sasaki's head off that canvas. That was a knockout right there, bro. Woo! But that's why he took the easy 200,000. Let's go grab this 200,000 real fast. But he's also being smart by letting his son, by developing Brian Norman Jr. Wow, though. But yeah, that's good. Okay, he said that report. Thank you. Yeah, just because they got rid of ESPN does not mean they're getting rid of boxing. And guess what? I'm sure they would love to do. They would love to have those fight cards, those Jermell cards, Errol, Deontay. What do you think about the pick of Bud and Canelo eating with Turkey? I don't give a fuck Turkey. Well, let me tell you what I think about Turkey. Fuck Turkey. I don't think anything of him eating with Turki Alalshikh. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anything of him eating with Turki Alalshikh. I mean, what am I supposed to think about that? Police, boxing police said without Francis and the Russians, it's nothing. Yeah, it's just not a good deal, bro. Hey, LL Music in the super chat. Thank you, brother. Because I didn't. Hey, by the way, thank y'all for the support because I missed I missed Cash App Thursday. I was not here for Cash App Thursday yesterday, so it hit me in the pizzicket. That's all right. They wasn't even paying the fighters for the torture they go through. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. But I have to tell you, what do I think about Turki Alalshikh? I don't really think very highly of Turki Alalshikh. I mean, I think that if they had honest intentions for American boxing, then I would be a fan of Turki Alalshikh. But Turki Alalshikh wants Saudi Arabian boxing to take off at the expense of American boxing. Did you see the photo of Turki, Canelo, and Bud having dinner together? No, I didn't. They keep saying, where's the picture? No, man, you niggas be seeing everything. Are they holding hands? Okay, I see it. I don't get it. Okay, yeah, I see it. Some nice glasses. Oh, some nice glasses. Yeah, like they just all ate a meal together. That's so nice. We're breaking bread together. Fuck sense is that, man? Like, these niggas gonna fight each other, bro. Like, what the dude, they're fighting each other. Why? What? Like, I'm telling you, he on some weird Illuminati shit, bro. Every time I see Turki Alalshikh, I think these niggas is on some weird Illuminati shit. How they about to go to war? Like the last, is that what that shit's supposed to be, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Anyway, dog, like, Turki, get out the picture, man. He like P. Diddy, P. Turki. Turkey Diddy, whatever his ass is, bro. He always on the motherfucking nigga. You always got to be in the picture, man. Get out the picture. What? Why do I care about them eating together? I mean, honestly, what I think is that meal looks kind of nasty, bro. Like, for real. Like, what are you eating? That shit ain't fire. That ain't fire. All I know is if Turkey asked me to eat, dog, that shit ain't fire, bro. That ain't no fire ass meal. I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. That is not no fire ass meal of food, bro. That ain't no fire food, bro. That's some weird ass food he's eating. That's why they set their plates down, dog. Hold on, man. Man, look. Let's do a deep dive into this plate of food. I'm gonna do this. This is when I get weird, bro. Sometimes I can be weird at times. I'm gonna do a deep dive. Into this plate of food. This shit look disgusting. Hold on. I'm pretty sure this food look nasty as fuck. Hold on. Damn, where is it? There it is. All right, so let's look. Can I get any closer to that than that? Yeah, it's like Thanksgiving dinner, bro. It's a plate of fucking rice and a lamb chop. You got a big ass plate of rice, and eating lamb chops. That's a lamb chop. Them niggas eating lamb. Oh, you niggas eating lamb? They eating the blood of the lamb? With some applesauce? What is that? Some applesauce or some shit they got in there? Nah, bro, I'm not eating the turkey spot. That shit look nasty, bro. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. What is that? Ugh. Anyway, now like that's human, man. That nigga got some apple juice and then hey man, them motherfuckers got some apple juice freshly squeezed by Yemen slaves. That's freshly squeezed apple juice by virgin Yemen slaves. Some camel meat. Nah, that's some weird shit. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They're gonna fight. We get it. This nigga want to party. Man, what they doing in Saudi Arabia? Don't they got a train? How far is this fight out, bro? How far is this fight out? Let me see. We got June. So is it 3 months, 12 weeks out? They gonna be hell yeah. They gonna, hey dog. They better not have the Diddy boys. They better not have nothing tainted up in there, dog. Don't have nothing tainted in there, dog. Norman versus Conor Ben in UK 20 to 90K sellout. Brian Norman Jr. why would Brian Norman Jr. need to go? Well, I mean, I guess so. Brian Norman Jr., if he did fight Conor Ben, should go over there. Conor Ben probably don't want no Brian Norman Jr. though. Brian Norman, you'd have to pay Brian Norman a lot of money to sell his belt to Conor Ben because he can't win if he goes over there. But I will tell you, that's what Errol did. Errol Spence went over there and snatched that belt from Kell Brook. Man, talk about a great fight, man, that made me super proud, bro. Copper Aborigine said, look like they're going to get good fights coming up regardless the ringside or any changes. I would love to hear all the fights must enter mandatory. I would love to hear that all fighters must enter mandatory drug testing. That's not going to happen, bro. I'm betting you money that under Turki Alalshikh there is going to be almost no drug testing. Drug testing is bad for business, just so you know. Drug testing is, let me repeat, drug testing is bad for business. It's good for the athletes, it's good for the integrity of the sports, but it's bad for business. So you're not going to ever really get effective drug testing. You know why? Because your best fighters are doping. So they don't want to have Canelo Alvarez get caught. They don't want Terrence Crawford to get caught. They would not want Gervonta Davis to get caught. Because when your guy gets caught, that means you can't put on a fight. If you can't put on a fight, that means you don't have any money. Drug testing is bad for business, and it is very, very expensive. So you're never ever going to get effective drug testing. The most you're going to get is some sleazy shit like what's going on over there with Victor Conti and Vada, where they are clearly they're playing around, bro. That's my opinion anyway. Let me state it that way so that you know that I'm not saying it as a definitive fact. I'm giving you my opinion. Most everything on this channel is my opinion. And I think that Snack and Vada seem real fucking shady, bro. Stop the cap, grandpa. Sir, that would mean I boned your grandmother, nigga. Do you not know? Look, bro. Look, bro. You said stop the cap, grandpa. That means I was sticking it up in your grandmama. Okay, nigga? You may not want to call me your granddaddy, nigga. Because you better believe, bro, I have definitely stuck it in some grandmamas, nigga. Believe it. Yeah. And don't ban me this time. Okay, whatever. Anyway, that Troy Hutt said that left hook B Norm landed was crazy. Exactly. This nigga gonna call me granddaddy. Nigga, that means I boned your grandmama, nigga. Like, trust me, and I'm telling you, I know I've gotten grandmamas by now, nigga. You kidding me? Your mama got good. Let me tell you, your grandmama got good mouth skin. Your grandmama got good mouth skin. Let me say that about your grandmama. Nigga, Turkey is paying $10 million for example, but behind closed doors it's more, so the commissions don't get it. Eddie Hearn confirmed it when talking about, nigga, that means that's tax evasion, nigga. Bro, that's tax evasion. He's paying 10, but behind closed doors, he's giving you more. That's called fucking tax evasion, dog. That's called tax evasion. Aye, dog. Dog, that's called tax evasion, bro. No. That's you niggas is lying. We all know you lying about how much money you making. Okay? We know you lying about how much money you making. But if you lying to the feds, you're going to get, don't worry, we're going to get you audited. No worries, boxing police. I'll get them audited. No worries, I'll get an audit. I'll order an audit. I'll get you audited. How about that? You know, the last refuge of a bitch, get you audited. Bro, I swear to God, man, that's the last refuge of a skank, to get you audited. To snitch on your books and get you audited, bro, and run you down with your stress. If drug testing is bad for business, then let all fighters use drugs openly without being penalized. This way, no one can complain about their fighters losing it. All equal drug usage. I mean, look, man, that you might as well do it, bro. Said these folks still don't realize how far your arms are stretched. Nope. No, they don't. Keep fucking talking, nigga. I'm gonna get your ass audited, nigga. Bro, look, bro. I'll get Turki Alalshikh slapped in the fucking castle. I'll get that nigga slapped in fucking Mohammed bin Salam's castle, nigga. Slapped in his mouth, bro. Okay? You niggas have no idea how far my reach goes. Anyway, I had that nigga slapped in his mouth in a castle. Okay? Fuck. Oh, shit, nigga. It's funny, but I'm telling you, I can get it done, dog. I can, Dig. I can. They say, come straight to the castle front door, nigga. Open up, nigga. We got a slap for you. We got a slap. Somebody ordered a slap for you, nigga. Open this goddamn door. Anyway. So anyway, keep talking, nigga. I'm gonna get you niggas audited. Okay. All right. Oh, Terrence said he made 10, but he's really making 100 behind closed doors, nigga. No worries. Ring, ring. Hey, IRS. Terrence Crawford's ass says he's hiding $90 million. Hey, Eddie Hearn said that Terrence Crawford is hiding $90 million from you. Terrence said he's getting 10. Eddie Hearn say he's getting 100, but he's hiding 90. I think you should go check out Terrence Crawford. I think you should go knock on his door, bro. Hey, and make sure you take some metal detectors, nigga. Take some metal detectors and look for them safety deposit boxes. Them little boxes he got buried in his backyard, bro. Trust you me, nigga. We gonna find the jewels. We gonna find the gold bars. We gonna find it all, dog. Trust me, nigga. We gonna get you in customs when your ass come through. We gonna get you in customs, nigga. We gonna get that crypto out your ass. We gonna get it all, bro. They eating dinner together, nigga. Look, bro. Mexicans and blacks. Man, let me tell you something, bro. Turki Alalshikh think he got a little union going on with the Mexicanos and les negros. Yeah, he getting behind closed. He said, yeah, he getting it from behind closed doors from Turkey. That ain't no lie. Hey, man, that nigga somebody say he think Turkey, hey, you think they do something change for little, hey. Floyd hid $400 million in 62 apartments. Bro, let me tell you something. Walt 71. If Floyd Mayweather Jr. had hid $400 million in 62 apartments, you wouldn't know it. Because we're on the internet talking about it, bro. Hold on a second. Hey, for real. Gee, let's say you think them niggas will do something strange for about 50 million? You think they'll do something strange for about 50 million? Little something strange for some change, a little extra. You know what I mean? Give you a little that crypto dipto. Give you a little that extra crypto dipto. He gonna holler for $1 and do something strange for some change, dog. Honestly, man, Turkey got all you Negroes doing shit strange for change anyway. But look, I wanted to talk about this Zaquan Moses. Zaquan Moses, man, let me tell you something, man. You Negroes are old. All right? All y'all that run around a gold camel tooth. Oh, my God, a gold camel tooth. That's nasty. General manager. Hey, man, for real. All you Negroes are old, okay? I just want to let you know, you guys are old. I saw an argument go on between Zaquan Moses and Kermel Moton. And there was a big crowd of little kids, all with a bunch of energy, and they were for real. Like, seriously, it wasn't even fake. It was a lot of energy around these two little kids. What's Kermel Moton, like 19? Zaquan, like 18, 19, right? Man, they got a whole little crew of kids around them, like, yeah. They're like, all right, yeah. I was loving it because it was authentic. I mean, there was a camera there, but it was authentic. And Kermel Moton was talking, and they were like, yeah, let's build it up. Obviously, they're trying to build up a fight between each other, right? Then I thought to myself, man, they make Shakur look old, man. They make these dudes look old, man. Real old, bro. Real old. Look real old. Boxing Police said, no way Bud gets 10 million, same as random top rank fight. Bud never got 10 million in a random. Bud never got paid $10 million by Top Rank. You got Boxing Police, man. You believe a lot of shit, don't you? Terrence Crawford was not getting $10 million a fight by Bob Arum. And I do Google it. Google what? What is this? Bro, I'm going to start throwing you niggas out. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm about to start throwing you clowns out, bro. I'm just going to start throwing. I don't want to throw you out. Like, for real, I want to talk to you. I want to chop it up. But I'm going to have to get rid of you. If you keep making shit up, bro. Come on, man. I ain't fitting to Google it. Dog, you Google how much I'm worth. Trust me, it's not there. Bro, the funny thing is, dog, like, seriously, man, like, they believe everything somebody says. They don't use any common sense whatsoever. Exactly, bro. Like, stop it. Okay, they're not getting that money, dude. I told everybody they were getting paid in crypto. Let me remind. Can somebody put a 1 in the chat if you remember me being the person that told y'all that these guys are getting paid in crypto? Can anybody remember that I was the one that told y'all they were getting paid in crypto? They're getting paid in cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. You niggas will make up something to get paid $1 billion of something. Man, you guys might be getting paid in pesos for all I know. Yeah, I'm getting 10 million pesos. Okay, I don't believe y'all, man. I told y'all. Yes, man, they getting crypto. They getting crypto. Bro, I got my sources, man. Why in crypto? Why in crypto? So that they don't have to pay you real money. See, the way to answer this question here is, why not in cash? No, don't ask why in crypto. Ask why not in cash. Crypto is not pesos, though. Crypto is going crazy right now. Yeah, it's going to go crazy until it drops off. Give me the pesos, nigga. Give me the pesos. Give me the American equivalent of $10 million in pesos. You can have your cryptocurrency going crazy. I don't want my currency going crazy, okay? I don't want my money going crazy. I want my money to be set. I don't care about all that stuff. No. Phoenix the Assassin. Devin was so horrible. They ain't even want to give him crypto. That's why he's out there promoting that other crypto. Fake fighters getting fake money. Yeah, they're fake. They are a media ploy. They decided that they were going to create a media concoction that goes by the name of Devin Haney. And they decided that they were going to do it when Devin was a little child because Bill was jealous of Floyd Mayweather Jr. and all of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s popularity. The women that were fucking with Floyd, even though Floyd was most definitely paying for all that coochie. You know what I'm saying? Little nigga was paying for the coochie. That's why he got so mad about it, because since he paid for it, he thought he owned it. You know, that type shit. Anyway, Canelo has like 600 million, but in pesos, that's infinite. Yeah, none of these guys should ever be wanting for money. They should never be wanting for money, any of them. None of them. Hey, man, much love for the $3 holla. Bronson Mack earlier this morning with the $3 holla in the Cash App. Thank you, bro, with the $3 holla, brother. My favorite number, threes. Bro, you can convert. Listen, man. Virgin Max. Why would I want to convert something into cash when you can just give me the cash? Just give me the money. I don't want to convert anything. I'm fighting. Give me my money. Why are you guys gambling with your money? Pay me the money and then I'll put money in crypto. Don't give me crypto. Give me money. Give me my money. And then I'll buy the crypto. If you want to give me a special deal on some crypto after you pay me my money, then fine. But if I'm going to take, I want my money. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I want my money. Boxing, Manny Pac-Man is broke. That's why he's fighting. No, I don't think he's probably not broke. He's probably addicted to the fame. He got enough money. Excuse me for hacking like that. Sorry. Hell yeah, you got to show me the money, bro. For you young folk. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna throw your ass up out of here if you fucking play around with me, bro. Okay? If someone offers you $1 or 1 Bitcoin, nigga, a Bitcoin costs $50,000. Of course I'm going to take a $50,000 Bitcoin over a $1 bill. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? You're the fuck up out of here, man. Hey, you one of them con men niggas, bro. Get the fuck on, bro. Yeah, if somebody gives me ass for $1 versus a fucking $100,000 Bitcoin, of course I'm going to take the $100,000 Bitcoin. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell you that $100,000 Bitcoin for $90,000 and I'm going to get my fucking money. But if you're going to play me stupid, like I don't know a dollar is $1 and a Bitcoin gets divided into a bunch of other shit, nigga. I know what a Bitcoin is. I know how a Bitcoin works, bro. I don't appreciate you trying to play me stupid, dog. Like, seriously, bro. But you're going to give me my money, bro. But you're going to give me my money. All right? And guess what? I'm not fighting for $1. I'm not going into a boxing match fighting for $1. Okay? You're paying me $10 million. Okay? I'm taking the $10 million because after I get the $10 million, I won't need Bitcoin. I won't need any more money. I won't even need no money. Look, man, you guys gonna be suckered by somebody else, bro. You know what? You niggas with these get rich all these get rich quick schemes. Keep believing them. I am 56 years old. Every single solitary one of these get rich schemes has failed. Every one of them for almost 60 years. But this one, no. Man, y'all better get the fuck out of here with that shit. If you guys are boxing in a boxing match, do not take crypto for payment. Don't do it. That is speculative. Give me my money. Just give me my money. And I don't understand why anybody can't see that. Now watch this. If you said, give me a stack of cash or give me a solid gold bar, I would say, give me the solid gold bar. Give me the solid gold bar. If you said, hey, I'll give you a solid gold bar to fight. Solid gold bars? How many solid gold bars are you going to give me to fight? I'll do that. If you're going to play me in solid gold bars, yeah, solid gold bars. Tell Turki Alalshikh you want your money in solid gold. Because you know why? Because gold is like $4,000 an ounce, and it's going to get even more. So if you want to get something other than money, tell them to give you some gold. Tell them to give you some gold. Pay me in gold. Pay me in silver. No worries. Yeah, pay me in gold, pay me in silver. If you want to have some alternative currency, give me some gold, give me some silver. Okay, I'll do that, but I'm not doing no cryptocurrency, dog. You got to get the fuck on with your cryptocurrency. I ain't getting something. I don't want anything that I cannot touch. I don't want no money that I cannot touch. Unless they give me a way that I can touch cryptocurrency. Like, hey, give me some of that crypto. Here you go. $1, $2, $3 crypto. I'll take that. The genuine bill is being passed. It will allow banks to sell crypto investment instruments. Yeah, good job. And you guys can get scammed. No worries. Go ahead and get scammed. I don't have a worry. They allowed people to do, what do they do? What were they doing? They allowed people to take out, like, what was it like? They get to leverage tons of debt. They got all kind of shit that they allow people to do that are going to drive your ass broke. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, man. I'm sorry. I'm not going for no schemes, bro. Ain't no dog. The job of these motherfuckers, these dudes, is to get you poor, not to make you rich. They're not out there trying to make you rich. They're trying to get your money. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get you that gold. Exactly. You said one gold bar is worth 1.3 million. Damn, I'm telling you. You pay me in a gold bar. Give me 10 gold bars. Give me 10 solid gold bars. Because you know why? The 10 solid gold bars, you can use that as collateral for loans. People laughed at Bitcoin years ago. I'm still laughing at that shit. Yeah, you called me old heads. I'm about to throw your ass out of here, dog. You niggas are just stupid. That's okay. You guys just dumb. That's okay. I loan Bitcoin to banks, do you? Oh, that's what's up. Y'all. Look, man, I don't need it. Dude, just give me my money. Give me my money, bro. Give me my money. That's all I'm saying. You guys can go play games and you guys can go play video games with your money if you want to. But honestly, it looks like a video game to me, and I don't trust it. They passed legislation. Yeah, so what? They passed slave legislation. Just because they passed, what is the fact? If the internet go off, you can't do shit with crypto. Like, bro, like you guys want some imaginary money, okay? All right. We all agree that this money is real, everybody. Hey, how about we all just make believe that this money is real, and then we'll all start trading this make-believe money with each other, and then some people will be allowed to get this make-believe money out and exchange it for real money. You know what that shit sounds like? That shit sounds like a merry-go fucking round, or like, not a merry-go. Yeah, it's like a merry-go-round, dog, and you don't know when the fuck you're going to get off, okay? It's like, okay, who's going to get off first? Because somebody's going to get stuck. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, bro. You know the U.S. dollar is going down by the day. I don't give a shit up, down, sideways. It's real, okay? I don't care if it goes up, down, sideways. U.S. dollars have been spending for hundreds of years, dog. You guys want that dumb shit? Go do that dumb shit, nigga. I ain't doing that dumb shit. All y'all, you know how many people I know that did, what was it? Y2K? Oh, the end of the world is coming because of Y2K. Y2K. You remember Y2K, Phoenix?
Man, I remember everybody was like, oh, a new year, you better make sure you stay away from your TVs, your computers. The machines are coming to get us all. It's going to be horrible.
It's just going to blow up, and your desktop's going to blow up and come and attack you and eat you because there's a digit that they did not take into consideration when they designed it. Like, bro. Cookhouse, fuck
the Terminator.
Off, bro.
The Terminator coming.
Fuck, let me hold on. Bro, fuck off, bro. The cookhouse. This is ridiculous. Let's talk boxing, man. Go away, bro. Anyway, what were you saying, bro?
Oh yeah, we talking boxing.
Because you know
Man,
what it
that's
is?
the
Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the boxing's equivalent of the year 2000. Oh, he was gonna do all that shit, and when the fucking buzzer went off, did nothing happen, nigga. Just a big ass fucking con job with millions and millions and millions of dollars spent on nothing, bro. Remember all those .coms? Remember when everybody was saying .com businesses are the real thing now? We don't need brick and mortar. It's gonna be .com businesses. What happened to all those? What happened to all those .com businesses? Busted.
not much.
Because you know what happened with the .com businesses? Amazon sucked them up. Amazon sucked up all your .com businesses, dog. Businesses that could only needed to. There has been innovation after innovation after innovation, all meant to be. Let me tell you something, man. I am not going to. There's a difference between being cutting edge and being on the bleeding edge. Okay, I'm going to tell you what they're doing with Bitcoin, and you guys can argue with me. I don't give a shit. They're using you to develop something called blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is what's valuable in crypto coin, not the crypto coin. It's the fact that you can pass information on from one place to another, and you can have a verification at each spot that it goes to. I know that's not the best job of explaining it, but it's a security protocol that they need in place because they know that the internet is going to be used for transactions. But once they have that blockchain technology all locked down, you dumbasses are going to be the ones that paid for it with the money they stole from you. And then the rest of the money is going to be put on that blockchain technology so that they can have global capitalism be more effective. You dumbasses. I am not putting my money behind that scam because they blow those bubbles up all the time. It's a bubble. It's going to look good, and then all of a sudden, bow, it's going to bust and go down. And then it's going to do good again, and then bust, and then bow, it's going to go down. And then I'm going to have to listen to you dummies talking about now's the time to get in. But what is that called? That's called gambling. You have to bet whether it's going to be good or whether it's going to be bad. When is the bubble going to burst? But the people that are doing it are busting the bubble on purpose. But again, it's nothing about the actual fake money that's moving around. It's about the fact that they can secure the transaction with blockchain technology. And I don't know everything, famous, bro. I know enough. I worked in IT for a long time, bro. And I know that these big infrastructure projects that they want to be privately funded are extremely expensive. So what do? They do nothing different than you do in the projects. If you ain't got no money for your rent, you throw what? A rent party. So these niggas are throwing a rent party on you dumbasses and giving you fake coin that you playing around with, may be able to get in, may be able to get out. It don't matter. But trust me, when that blockchain technology is fully in place, they're going to take the fake money out and they're going to put the real money in. And you're not going to have any because you were trying to play with the fake money. Fuck out of here. That shit is monopoly money sitting on top of very expensive security protocols. Am I lying?
Nah, that's why I think that was it the FBI or the IRS that wanted to go ahead and hire people to see if they could hack into that blockchain shit for them. They actually posted jobs for that a few years ago.
Yes, ethical hackers. That's what those ethical hackers are doing. They are just trying to break in systems. Because right now, they want to be able to have a system where that money can pass securely. But not only pass securely, they want to make sure they know where it is at every step of the way. That's the value of blockchain technology. Nobody gives a fuck about the fake money sitting on top of it. The fake money sitting on top of it is just some fucking basically fucking, what do you call it, roulette wheel. There's a roulette wheel sitting on top of it, and what's the value of it going to be today? The red, I hit, I sell, I'm out. But everybody else that paid green or red or yellow, whatever the fuck they are, they lost. Nah, bro, that's gambling. Anytime you're
the price is right.
Whenever you're dealing with speculation, you're talking about gambling. But I'm telling you, the gambling, they're just taking the money from the gambling to pay for the infrastructure that they are going to then put their real money on so that they can track their money wherever it goes. And you're just what do you call it? You're just a test tube baby. That's all you are. You the test tube baby. You the first one they put out there trying to get you on that bleeding edge technology, bro. First of all, they developed the technology with the military in a smaller sense. Now they're trying to use your money to make it a global, larger implementation of blockchain technology. They even have individual blockchain technologies that people are working on for their own, to have your own individual blockchain so you can securely send things directly to one person and back, like you have your own dummy terminal directly back and forth with somebody. Yeah, I've been in IT. I understand information technology. And yeah, you guys are getting fucking suckered with that crypto. But okay. What's going on, Phoenix? What's on, Marcus? We can get back to boxing.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I was going to say like that. Instead of test tube babies, they're probably more like crash test dummies because everything.
That's what I was looking for. Crash test dummies.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That's one of the reasons I was looking to get my certification in ethical hacking. Still thinking about it. But I don't know. I'm doing project management now, so made that switch. Shit. So let me get to this hate right here.
Yes, sir.
You see Devin out there? Oh, maybe Brian Norman is an ass, is what he's saying now. Man, hey, the way the Norman.
Hold on. When somebody doesn't understand something, stupid, I understand cryptocurrency. I understand it fully. I understand it all the way down to the technology that they use to have it. Absolutely, I understand it. Just like I understand the stock market, just like I understand the mercantile exchange. If I have my own money, you dumbass, I'm okay with investing my own money in crypto. If that's my money I'm putting in it. Okay? If Jay Henderson says there's value in crypto, I agree there is value in crypto because Jay Henderson knows how to extract that value from crypto. What I'm saying is that if I'm a young boxer, I'm not getting paid in crypto. That's speculative. It is dumb. You do not get paid in something speculative. You get something paid in hardcore cash. Okay? That Jack and the Beanstalk bullshit is for the fucking kid stories. Oh, mommy, we so starved, we so hungry. Please go sell our cow for money. Oh, I did. Hey, I got 3 magic beans for you. That's your crypto. And if you throw the crypto, you'll wake up in the morning and it'll elevate you all the way to the scene, to the top. And then you'll be able to kidnap the golden egg, and then the goose that lays the golden egg, then you'll be able to come. Nah, fuck that fairy tale, nigga. You better take that fucking cow, give me some money. You niggas believe these fucking fairy tales, bro. I know what the fuck crypto is. I'm not speculating with my money, is what I'm telling you. If you can tell me that I can get money for crypto, then just give me the value of the crypto in money. Then I'll decide whether or not I want to go to get crypto or not. If you're going to sit around and try to convince 19-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids, 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids, blue, you fucking moron, blueberry, BB, blue blood, whatever. You gonna fucking tell kids, 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids getting punched in the fucking head that they need to fucking speculate and gamble with their money? No, nigga. Motherfuckers been getting paid in cash for thousands of years. Why not continue? Okay? Let me know when people had a hard time because they were paid in cash. What problems has anybody experienced because they were given cash? You know anybody that was given $100 bills that couldn't cash them as long as they're real cash? No. So you don't tell kids to speculate, dumbass, with their money. That's like telling a kid to fight, and as soon as you tell them to fight, yeah, go put that money down on that craps table. Hey, I got you. Don't worry about it. Grab the money that you just earned and go put it on the craps. You'll double up today. That's stupid. You don't tell a kid that. You tell a kid, man, get paid in money. Put that money in a bank. Save your money for a rainy day. Do you realize there's NBA, NFL players? There's an NFL player that said, bro, he literally never even touched the money he got from the NBA, for the NFL. Every bit of his money he had in the NFL, he took the cash and put the cash in the bank or invested it in something solid like the S&P 500, something with repeatable and predictable returns, something that has a lot less of a gamble. And he still has all of his money. Still has all his money. But you're telling the kid not to even get the money, Blue? Blue? You're telling them don't even get cash to begin with? Just take the fantasy money? I'm so sick of you niggas, man. And then you want to hang it over the top of somebody like my head when somebody don't understand? Nigga, I understand fully well. I understand that if I have a job, you give me my money so that I can put my money in the bank and I can go buy some eggs. I can put my money in the bank and I can go and I can have enough money in my bank where I have my rent paid or my mortgage paid for a year. Not my money sitting in some fucking nothingness that maybe I can get some money out of. You lying if you telling me guys are getting $15 million out in cash from their cryptocurrency. That is some fucking terrible advice. Just terrible advice. Kid, if a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Let's repeat that old saying. Everybody think this after me. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Okay? Which means, man, I have a bird right here that I can eat. You're trying to tell me to drop this bird and go get the two in the bush? No, thank you. I'm going to hold on to what I have that's tangible. Tangible. You, Blue, want to advise somebody to get paid in something that's not tangible. And I wonder how much money you get paid to tell them that bad advice. Because you niggas are influence peddlers. You tell niggas to take crypto. I don't understand crypto. I know I ain't never lost no money on no crypto. And guess what I ain't never lost money on either? I ain't never lost no money on no money. Hey, Phoenix the Assassin. Have you ever lost any money? Have you ever lost money on some money?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think I have ever. I've never lost money on money. Like when I got money, I had money. Every time I get money, I have money. That ain't like that with crypto.
This stuff crazy like these people. I was gonna say, like, you remember NFTs?
Yeah. Oh, nigga, NFTs was the big ass thing. Dude, they're getting hold on, bro. You know they still getting paid with NFTs now. You know they're getting paid with NFTs too. NFTs. This nigga, let me tell you how stupid. Bro, for people that don't know what NFTs are, NFT is something
the art
where you
version of cryptocurrency.
I can draw this piece of paper like this. I can go, and I can sell this as an NFT. And you guys can invest in this piece of paper right here. And the more of you guys that invest, the more the value of this NFT goes. And then you can sell that NFT, or you can own a portion of this NFT. Bro, it's literally the same thing. Nigga, it's a con man. Taking something from nothing, drawing something on it, putting some shit on the internet and making you give him your money for it. It's literally nothing. Yeah, dog. Hey, Blue,
they took cryptocurrency.
You guys are suckers, bro. Anyway.
And they both use blockchain. Same thing.
You're paying for the blockchain, bro. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the blockchain, bro. Because you know how much, man, that's worth a lot of money if you can own that blockchain technology, bro. And that blockchain technology is where the value is. Anyway, so back to boxing, and we'll leave Blue alone. Boy, bug off, nigga. Stop giving people bad advice, nigga. Go ahead. Hey, with your
man.
Somebody, go give somebody else. Go lose some money for somebody else, dog. I'm gonna give cats solid advice, bro. Solid advice. If you're a young man and somebody offers you do a job, take the value of the job in cash. Okay? Don't get tricky. Okay? Because when somebody is trying to convince you to get tricky, that's a tricky person. Okay? Young men, let me repeat this. When you get the money that you think you deserve for the thing that you're doing, don't try to take too much. Don't try to get over on somebody. Don't try to take too little. But take the money, and that's it. Don't have somebody try to convince you to gamble with your winnings before you even get them. Okay? That's how people used to do things. Payday loans. You know what I'm saying? Payday loans. Yo, you don't worry about it. Just give me, hey, we know you got a payday. Don't worry about it. We'll give you the cash first. No. Wait till if you can walk by that payday loan spot every day from your life and never go in that bitch, you should never go in that payday loan spot. If you can live your life without having to gamble on reckless speculation, you should absolutely do that. Okay? Because at the end of the day, bro, you got to eat. You got to be able to eat. You got to have your money. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Please stop listening to these people that will sell you fucking dreams. You can dream for yourself. You don't need them to sell you one, okay? And again, make it simple. Because if they try to find some tricky way to make money, which means you don't understand it, it's like, I don't quite get that, then don't do it. Go back to, I know it's safe here. I want $2.5 million in U.S. currency. And I don't care about the taxes. I'll pay the taxes. I want it fully reported. Because you know why? Because the same person, watch this shit, the same person that tells you these things about ways to get around paying taxes, when you fall out with them, they're going to be the same people calling the IRS to get your ass audited. Because they know exactly what you've been up to, and they can make an anonymous call, and your ass is going to be in trouble with that IRS because they want to get spiteful with you. And it happens to people often. That's why they say in the streets, you don't buy stolen property. Why? Because they're going to come back in your house to get it because there's nothing else you can do. Just be a straightforward, honest person. You know what your value is. Ask for your value. Deliver on the value. Don't get tricky with tricky people because tricky people will ultimately trick you. Okay? Because they're tricky. Don't fuck with Blue is a tricky nigga. That's tricky. Fuck that tricky shit. I don't want tricks. I want to know how much money I'm going to get paid. I want to get paid that money and I want to be done. And I want to know, when is this deal up? What do I have to do to make sure when we're done that I don't have any other things hanging around me? You got to keep it. It's called KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Do not let these people get you to, I don't care if you invest your own private money in it, but if you invest in these speculative instruments, you should be the one investing the money. You should be taking money from your bank account and you put it into the cryptocurrency. Don't fight for your life getting punched in your face and have them put your money in the cryptocurrency. That means you never actually got your money. They put it in cryptocurrency. No, give me my money. From somebody that has been in a situation where niggas have been trying to keep me from my money, trust me, just get your money. Don't get tricky. Tricky niggas get tricked. Anyway, go ahead, man. I'll let y'all talk boxing.
Yeah, we talk boxing. Talk about Devin Haney, because to something you had just said there, like these guys that should be honest, about their value, know their value, ask for that. You see, that's the problem. They unwilling to be honest about their value. That's why they keep on holding hands and taking these turkey paydays, because they're not being honest about what they're actually worth. If they were, they wouldn't be in this situation. And it's just too damn bad for them. Now I say this, man, Bill might not be father of the year, but he'd be capper of the year. I tell you that. Because this dude out here said that Tiafimo and Brian Norman Jr. didn't bring enough to the table, and that Devin would have been Booth's biggest payday of 147. Devin, of all people. So I'm like this: if Tenerife and Brian Norman don't bring enough to the table, does Devin even have a table to go to?
No.
So what is this man talking about? He out there
Who
fantasy
knows?
land. See, that's why you don't be out there doing that bullshit. You get online, man. But he ain't learned that from the last time. Yeah. And on top of that, man, if Devin and Brian Norman, that's man, I don't even want that fight to happen, because it sounds like it would be embarrassing for Devin. But see, that's the thing. When we get him back in the ring, it got to be a fight where if he lose, ain't no coming back from it. None. So you can't get nothing like Ramirez. You can't get nothing like who was it? Basically any tune up of that level. Any tune up of that level. 'Cause I remember once upon a time when some people had said that all tank fights are those slow, flat-footed Mexicans. What was Ramirez again?
Oh, he would be slow and flat-footed, and he's definitely Mexican.
Huh? See.
Hey,
So even
real quick, let me get this Cash App, man, because Cat support are huge in the Cash App, bro.
for sure.
Thank you so much, man. To my guy Carnell Tanksley in the building said, keep forgetting we 9 a.m. Eastern, not 10. Yeah, man, we back to the original time, bro. I'm back to my original time slot. Yes, sir. Thank you, Tank. Hey, Barbara Davis, thank you, beautiful. Says Super Chat Friday. Yes, thank you, because I didn't have Super Chat Thursday because I wanted to take time off because we had a slavery. I'm in Texas, and this is the day that yesterday was the day, Juneteenth, when people learned in Texas of the freedom for slaves. So I was like, let me go ahead and take the day off, on that day. But go ahead, brother. What's up, Marcus?
What's going on?
Chilling, bro. What's on with you, brother?
Shit, man. I'm just happy that Devin Haney's punk ass took his statement back about Brian Norman Jr. calling him ass. Because if they get in the fight, man, I think Brian Norman Jr. going to do some damage more than Ryan did.
He's not. He'll get knocked out.
Yeah, I know it. I want to see that fight ASAP.
Yes, sir. Me as well. Is that all you had, Marcus?
Yeah, that's all I had to say. And I seen something on Twitter about Lamont Roach saying that Tank hasn't signed his part of the deal. Do you know anything about that?
I have not heard that.
Yeah, I hope that shit's still happening because I need to see that again.
Yeah. He did write something. He put out some tweet about you guys can have boxing. You can have my number one spot. Something he said, but we'll see.
Huh.
We'll see.
Then. That's all I wanted to get
brother.
up there and say.
Thank you, Marcus,
Have a
man.
good day.
Good to see you again.
Yes,
As always,
sir.
man. Good to see you. All right, man. So what you say? Hey, Phoenix, let me get this. I think I did get another Cash App as that came through. Thank you, Barbara D. And Anton. And hey, what up, Miss? What's up, Anton? With the $5 holler, brother said respect. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. I think Blair Cobb is the best fight for Devin as far as most embarrassing loss. That would be pretty dope to see. I will say, man, this turkey money got people acting funny. No lie. Could you imagine if Tank was having dinner with Roach?
Yeah.
Like, like, I, could you imagine? Like, see, like Canelo don't got no cares about. Do you seen just the other day he on Instagram popping wheelies on a dirt bike, riding down the neighborhood. He don't care. He was wearing a shirt that said "Easy Money." Yeah, man,
Hold
like,
on. Canelo Alvarez is wearing a shirt called "Easy" with Easy Money and popping wheelies on a
yes,
motorcycle.
yes, yes. Man, hey, I will send
Funny.
you the footage. I will send you the footage, bro.
Please do, bro. Because
I
you know,
think.
I got to get my work ethic up because I got these videos. Man, I want to walk on these videos with you, bro. I really do.
Oh yeah, for
Anyway,
sure. Are you say you want to break some down tomorrow?
yeah, it's hard for me to get the whole fight off though. I got to figure out how I can pull the whole thing off. It's tough to do it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
clips. It's like clips, but I mean, you know what I can do? I can get the clips together. I can do that. And I can send you the clips and stuff beforehand to your email, and you just can down. I think it may be, or yeah. Anyway, go ahead, man.
But yeah, man. Hey, when I seen that, I was like, yeah, Canelo don't care about Bud. He really don't. And man, like people is gonna see like there comes a certain point where a weight disparity can be so great that skills don't matter. And for somebody whose skills ain't as great as people think they are, I mean, like Bud definitely got some talent. He definitely got, athleticism. He definitely got. I don't know how much of his power is power and how much of it is snacks, but he got a little something there.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
like, but like being real though, like, see, this, like for me, this is how I look at boxing. Like, you got people that's talented, and you can tell because they got like crazy speed or crazy power. Maybe their reflexes are crazy. And you got people who are skilled and they're really grounded in the fundamentals. And you can tell the difference between both of them because one's going to look a little more robotic and more cookie cutter, more quote unquote standard. Then you're going to see another one that seems to have their own natural rhythm and flow, right? And they're hard to predict. But then you got fighters who's able to combine both of those. Problem is in the boxing community, like a lot of people look at ring IQ as how athletic you look in the ring, and that's the problem right there because they're
Oh
not able
wow,
to
that's a great observation.
yeah, because people that's what
Yeah, I
confuses
noticed
people.
that.
That's so like if you look
They say he's
uncoordinated,
skilled, but what you really see is he's athletic.
hmm
Yeah, I get you.
and that throws people for a loop. That's why they was all confused about Rolly Romero. That's why they've been all confused about Deontay Wilder. Because the thing about boxing IQ is it's not all defense, it's not all offense. Because boxing is not all defense or all offense, it's both of them combined. So you might have a fighter like they're good defensively, but they're stuck on offense. You might have a fighter that's good offensively and they're stuck on defense. But that just because they're bad at one doesn't mean they have no understanding of boxing at all. And Emmanuel Stewart, man, RIP to him, he was one of like the greatest trainers that we've had like in the last, you know, 20, 30 years. Like look at how many champions he done worked with from Klitschko, Hearns, all them, right? But like I remember, I think it was about a year before he died, he was talking about talents in the heavyweight division. And this was before Deontay Wilder even won his first title. It was like around the time Wilder, had a spar with David Haye, and that footage came out. But Emmanuel was saying like, "Yo, Tyson Fury and Deontay are the two best heavyweight talents that he sees." He called that like what 10 years before they finally fought. Like if he would have been allowed to see that, he would have been laughing in everyone's face. I told you. And that's the thing. Like he's a guy who's been around enough boxes and trained enough boxes to know that and be able to see it. So when I'm looking at somebody like Rolly Romero, people think that because he's sloppy and look uncoordinated, he don't know what he's doing. At the same time, they'll look at Devin and say he a master technician. But only one of them was able to take away Ryan's lead hand. And which one was that? Rolly. And that's the thing that threw people for a loop because they don't understand coordination or lack of it isn't a good measure of how skilled a fighter is. So when we get to Bud and Canelo, the way I'm looking at it is this. Bud hasn't really been in a fight where he's had to worry about making adjustments. I mean, maybe you could count Gamboa. Maybe you could count like whatever that Kalinowskis or whatever the one where he had got knocked down and they ruled it a slip. Maybe those two fights you could say that Bud was kind of in trouble because Gamboa hurt him and he had to try to make an adjustment. But like outside of that, dude's got 40 plus fights and he hasn't really been in a situation outside of them two where he had real adversity he had to face. And he hasn't fought anybody close to Canelo's level. Meanwhile, Canelo has fought more people to prepare him for Bud than Bud has to him. And he got the size advantage because Bud ain't better than Floyd. We already know that. As far as movement, he's had to deal with William Skull, Irizlandi Lara. They move better than Bud. He's had to deal with Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant. They got crazy head movement better than Bud's. And we seen Bud was out there getting hit with Madermon's right hand like it was a jab. Like if somebody hits you with their rear hand 5 times in under a minute, that means you're doing something wrong. That means you was doing something wrong. Because a good fighter is going to take that away from them immediately. You've seen it with Tank and Leo Santa Cruz. By that third or fourth one, Tank was like, "Nah, not today." Caught him with that uppercut. But Bud over there, getting smacked in the mouth with it, and then licking his lips after like it tastes good. Like I don't know. So like that's the things I'm looking at, and we see Canelo. He has defense, whether it's bouncing around his feet or walking and coming forward. See that, and that's one thing that people is forgetting. In Canelo's past several fights since John Ryder, outside of Bivol, he's had to fight Charlo, he's had to fight Berlanga, he's had to fight William Skull, and he's had to fight what was the other one? Mungia, right? All guys who were taller than him, all guys who have a longer reach. And people are saying, man, Canelo don't look the same. That he just coming forward. But that's the thing, like when you're the shorter fighter, you got to be able to stand your ground. And if you're defensive, you're either blocking and parrying or stepping in while you're slipping so that you're still within range to counter. Because one, they taller than you. Two, they got longer arms. Canelo got to do that so that he can be in range to counter. He can't be dancing around on the outside, being agile and mobile whenever he got somebody that can keep that range on him. He's not going to have to worry about that with Bud. He's going to be able to box normally. And that's another thing that people is forgetting. Like styles make fights. And Canelo is a fighter who knows that because hey, whenever they're telling you like, oh, you the shorter person, go to the body, well, that's what he got to do. He's not punching up at the head because he can't reach it from the outside. And if he takes a step back to avoid a punch or slip or move it like that, he's going to be out of range because he's already at a disadvantage. So he got to come inside and make those moves to go ahead and be in range. People don't know that. So they're saying, oh, he declined it. He declined it. Yeah, he ain't what he was when he was 23, but I don't think he's declined as much as people say. And then at the same time, I still don't think he's as skilled as people say, or improved, I should say. I don't think he's as improved as much as people say since he fought Floyd. I think he's just always been as good as he is. You know what I mean? So that
Yeah, I
being
know.
said,
I
like,
think he was. I
yeah,
thought he was slick. I thought he was slicker when he was fighting Floyd around that time. I thought he was
yeah,
a little slick than he is now. He's actually more of a walk. He's more walking people. He's more just walking people down.
oh, yep, yep. So like with that in mind, I'm saying like, shoot, with this fight with Bud, he's not going to have to worry about height disadvantages, or too much of a reach disadvantage. That they close to the same height. That's gonna be something that matters in this fight because he's gonna get to fight a different way. And at the same time, since Bud's movement ain't the same as William Skull or Lara, and he's more stationary. At the same time, even though he's stationary and hailed as a defensive expert, he get touched a lot. And his defense ain't on Floyd's level, and neither is his counter punching.
No,
So that's what people like I'm saying, people think that it's crazy if some people think Bud actually gonna stop Canelo. Like like if Bud stops Canelo Alvarez from anything other than a good liver shot, because a liver shot it don't matter. Like you can't fight that. If he hit Canelo in the head and it's looking like Errol Spence, like nah, you gonna have to say something about that. Like they're gonna have to do an investigation because if Golovkin couldn't do it, if Berlanga wasn't doing it, Jaime Munguia, Bivol, all these people out there who's naturally bigger than Bud and heavier punches. Like if all these people wasn't hurting Canelo, rocking him, dropping him, none of that, man, I ain't gonna believe it. Like you're gonna have to check his gloves for bricks. You're gonna have to, check what they be putting in them snacks because that ain't right. That ain't right. That being said, like if a knockout does happen, it's more likely that Canelo stops Bud because how many faces we seen Canelo break? How many people had their orbital bone broken by Canelo? I mean, shoot.
Has he? I don't know.
Yeah. I know he broke Billy Joe Saunders. I know
Oh, that's
John
right.
Ryder was another one. I know Caleb Plant, his hip was all messed up, his lead hip. That's another thing that Canelo learned from the Mayweathers. 'Cause that's a Floyd Senior technique. Punch him on that lead hip. It's borderline a low blow, but it'll go ahead and slow down their movement. So that it's things like that people ain't watching out for because they looking at how coordinated someone look or how fast they are or how slick or athletic they seem to be, and they're not really looking at skill. They're just looking at talent and athleticism. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking going into this fight. Beyond that, man, I hope Devin Haney fall off. Um, I hope that the fight with Bud and Canelo does get canceled because they still ain't updated Allegiant Stadium's schedule to say that fight is happening there. And then hopefully ain't nothing funny happen between now and July 12th so that we can see how much that event ends up flopping. But who knows? Maybe somebody will get sick. Maybe people is going to cry about the ring being 18 by 18. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully, no funny business happens. And if it does, I'll be there to hate with
Yeah. What's going on this
egregiously.
weekend, man? What's the fights this weekend? Do we got fights this weekend?
I think the next ones are next weekend,
Let me see.
the 28th. I don't think there was one.
Oh,
I
Vito
think
Melanecki is fighting tomorrow. That's what I was thinking of. Vito Melanecki. Deontay Wilder's fighting next Friday.
okay, yeah, okay. So Wilder and I think Clarissa fights on the 28th, ain't it? Or am I thinking wrong?
Let me see. I don't see it up. And Billy on the 27th. Jake Paul on the 28th. Jean
Oh,
Pascal. I
that's
don't
the
see it.
one. That's the one. Jake Paul against
Yeah,
Chavez
yeah, Jake
Jr.
Paul.
Okay, okay.
I thought
See,
Jack
hey, that's
Catterall said he was. I thought Jack Catterall said he was going to retire.
I saw he had a fight coming up.
Yeah, he's Harlem Eubank. But I thought, oh, guys, he just who was the guy that just lost to that? Who was the guy that was beaten? I'm thinking of John Ryder. John Ryder was the one that who beat Josh Taylor. Who was the guy that beat Jack?
Oh,
Was
that was
that Jack
that was
Catterall?
Catterall. Yeah, Catterall. Catterall
Yeah,
beat Taylor, and then he beat Prograis. But then, Taylor won the first fight for undisputed, and then
yeah.
he
So that
wanted to
is
have
him.
a
I thought he
rematch.
said, yeah, but I thought he said he was going to retire. I thought Jack Catterall said it was it for him.
Oh no, because he came back and fought Prograis.
No, I thought that was recent, but maybe I'm just thinking of somebody else. I'm probably thinking of somebody else that
Okay, okay.
recently retired.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, because he fought Prograis, then he fought Arnold Barboza after that.
yeah. And didn't Barboza beat him?
Yeah, because Barboza beat him, and then fought Tio after.
Oh, Tio, right. Oh, okay. So good. I'm glad because Catterall's a good fighter. I'm glad they didn't retire. Or I don't think I'm glad that I hope that I'm wrong. Because I like Catterall. He's one of the really good fighters out of UK, I think. Anyway. He makes it
Yeah,
more interesting because he's Jack Catterall. Somebody's definitely somebody that'll fuck your game. They'll fuck you up if you ain't on your game. You know what I mean? Like
yep, yep.
yeah, he'll beat you if you ain't on your game, man. Tricky, tough fighter, man. You know. Oh, Bird 101 said on Pro Box, Truck Simpson is fighting on Pro Box. Man, I gotta watch these Pro
Okay.
Box fights, man.
Yeah, I got to check him out.
Yeah, I don't ever watch the Pro Box fights. I need to watch Pro Box fights. I heard that because everybody says pretty good things about them. Like they're competitive. They tend to put on competitive fights.
Yep, yep.
If you
Oh,
think,
I was going to say Tevin Farmer and Schofield Jr.
love it.
Yes, I'm excited for that. That's next Sunday actually, the 29th.
On the zone,
I'm not sure what That's when that one's going to be on.
Boxing scene is like it's not listed here. So, but boxing scene sucks now. It used to be really good for that stuff, but
Yeah, they on something.
they man, they really ain't. Boxing scene is on something, man. Like they had a headline that said that Brian Norman Jr. had defended his 154-pound title. I was like, geez. And then there was like a report out that for Ring Magazine, dude, that Ring Magazine writers are being replaced with AI. like, like they ain't lying fast enough. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, hey, I wonder if
they want somebody that's going to repeat their lie verbatim. You know what I mean?
Hey, that remind me of this AI company. I forget what the name of it was. It was a few weeks ago. They generated like $1 billion in revenue and then went bankrupt the very next day. You know why?
Why?
Because it wasn't really AI. They just had a group of like 700 Indians on laptops responding to people.
Yeah, they.
Hey, that's Ring Magazine right now.
Hold on one second. That is a real thing though. Where people thought that they were getting these answers from like some computer, and they're like, nah, they just got a bunch of Indians sitting there typing it up. And that was for real. I remember that shit. Hey, so where do you see? I'm about to plug, I gotta do something real fast, but hey, where do you see how do you see Brian Norman and Boots playing out if they were to fight?
Well, for me, I think the biggest thing I'm thinking on that is like how good is Brian Norman's chin? Because I don't really think we've seen him tested. Like he got this is 28 fights with 22 knockouts, I believe, after Sasaki, I think, or is it 27 wins and 21 knockouts? One of the two. But yeah, he's been putting people away. At the same time, it's like, I think you gotta have a step up fight. You know what I mean? And he's explosive definitely, and he got the power, but at the same time, I don't really know how well he can box. I don't really know what his reflexes are, how well he could take a shot if he gets hit with a good one, and with Boots. I mean, for me personally, even though they say he was operating at only like 30 to 40%, like after they looked at his blood work and all that. Um, you can still tell how good a fighter is. Like maybe his stamina was low because of that, or maybe he wasn't hitting as hard as he should have. I don't know. But as far as his ability, like that's not something that's going to take away somebody's skill and the ring IQ and everything like that. So for me, is just like Brian Norman seemed like he's somebody who could be there to be hit. And at the same time, I don't know which one of them could take a punch better because they ain't never really been in with somebody that was touching them like that. So it's like, okay, how well they're gonna handle it whenever they in a spot of adversity and they gotta dig deep and pull out something extra to go ahead and keep going. I don't know. So it's an interesting matchup for me just because of that. But it's not really a fight that I would say there's too much intrigue for it other than, can Brian Norman knock him out or is Boots gonna outbox him? Because, shoot, Boots ain't really like a super duper power puncher, but I mean, he's been getting people out of there by breaking them down. He don't got like a one hit quitter like what we just seen from Norman, but he be hurting people. So who knows?
I've seen him with a one hitter quitter. Pretty sure.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that's a majority of his knockouts though.
No, he's cracking and beating him up. Yeah, he's breaking them down. I agree with that.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Zepeda too. Zepeda don't really got a one hit quitter. He does be overwhelming them with accuracy and abundance of punches. So I don't really see him hurting Shakur whenever they fight neither. Yeah, I think the biggest thing Shakur has to worry about in that fight is rolling the ankle because that's the one way that Zepeda gonna be able to catch him. I don't believe he's coming to fight the way that he says he's coming to fight. Because if he does that, if he comes to fight the way that he been talking, I will give Shakur credit for that. I will. because
you get credit.
against,
Let me get this. Let me hold on. I need to write this shit down. You're gonna give Shakur credit for what?
if he comes to the Zepeda fight and fight the way that he been tweeting about it, about how we gonna see something new, about how he ain't gonna be running, about how he's gonna put belt to ass and all this and that. Like if I come in there and see him do that, then I'll go ahead and give Shakur credit whether he win or lose.
Why don't I believe you? I know that I'm a generally like seriously. I've been lied to a lot in my life, dog. So I always look sideways at somebody saying something to me. You really gonna give him that credit, dog?
Yep.
It's fuck Tupac forever for me. I'm a with that forever. Fuck Tupac Shakur. Ain't that right?
Oh, well, for me, it's fuck Devin Haney, but
No, I'm saying fuck Tupac Shakur because Fahim in there talking about that nigga lying. Yeah, that nigga lying, man. That nigga lying.
Now we'll see. We'll see. Come July 12th. Come July 12th. If he go in there, if he do half of what he did against Padley against Zepeda, because we know it's why is the electrician the one fighter that Shakur went at there and fought his heart out since he moved to 135?
Because he didn't have nobody because the dude couldn't do nothing back.
Well, he's an electrician. You mean he couldn't cut the lights out?
It's like me with these little street ninjas. Like, I ain't lying, bro. It's like me with these little petty gangsters, nigga. I can do what the fuck I want to do, nigga, because you can't do nothing back. But if it was somebody else, like a real nigga, I might be a little bit more hesitant, No joke.
Yeah.
There's a couple people out there that I may be like, I don't know. I think I'd rather get along. You know what I mean? Like, I always think of who like the legitimate real street niggas are? Like the realest street niggas are? They're like Putin. You know what I mean? Or like that dude in Africa. What's that dude's name? Ibrahim. Was it Ibrahim Torah? What's the guy's name for Burkina Faso?
Oh, Ibrahim? That guy, man. Yeah, I don't know him.
Yeah, that's real street nigga shit though. Because he's coming through your shit with tanks. You know what I mean? Like, those are the type of dudes that I mean, like, okay, yeah, I'll be a little hesitant. But you little street niggas. So, like, what I'm saying is, yeah, of course, if he's in there with like a Padley or something, he can go to town. You know what I mean? So, like, if I was debating like somebody, it's easy when the dude is just a liar to debate him. So it's real easy if somebody can't fight to let loose on him. So, no, I don't really see. I see Shakur trying to win this fight, but he's gotta try to put forth some effort. He's got to, because it's just looking so bad over there with these, not just because of him, but because of Devin Haney. He has to do something not to be thrown in the Devin Haney bucket. You know what I mean? Because he can't follow Devin Haney. Devin Haney just had a booty ass Torre. Thank you, man. Thank you, Ibrahim Torre. Thank you. Okay. So you can't. That's a real street nigga. Like, that's real street shit. Because he's like, you fuck around with him and we're in his area, this nigga will definitely come with a tank through your shit. That's when I'm talking about real street niggas. Cats like Putin, real street, you know what they gonna do. Kim Jong-un, you see what Kim Jong-un did?
Man, he be out there executing people because they fall asleep during meetings.
Hell yeah, slice your ass. And he just be lighting off missiles into the Yellow Sea just for the fuck of it. He'd be like, I just want to show y'all niggas I got bombs. Presses the button just to let them shits fly so everybody can see he'll just blow 11 ballistic missiles just to fucking see him go off. Boom.
Hey. He be doing that every birthday. Hey man, man, I'm not having a good week, man. Go to the store and get me some missiles. You gonna pack them off.
Okay, go light up them missiles. Here, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
So, man, I'm getting tired of missiles. Hey, let's go get 2 tanks. I need someone to play chicken with. Like, they out there.
Yeah, now that's a thug. Like, they are the legitimate thugs. They are legitimate thugs. So, no joke, bro. Those are the type of street niggas I'll be like, all right, I got to worry about a nigga with a tank. But you niggas just got lying on YouTube. That's all y'all have. So ain't nobody got to worry about y'all. But I think that Shakur Stevenson is going to look good in this fight, but he does have to, for public perception, he got to at least put an effort in there to try to get with Zepeda. Like, he got to go to toe-to-toe in spots. Like, and even if he gets hit, he got to go toe-to-toe in spots. Got to be like,
Yeah.
Bob. He got to do it in spots. Got to sit down. May have to, you know what I mean? May have to look for because, Zepeda's going to throw them 3-4 punch combinations. So, if he's there, he's going to have to walk. He's going to have to slip 3-4 to stay in there. But, stay in every once in a while, catch him with some shit, get out. He's got to do it because he can't be put in the same Devin Haney bucket. He can't be put in the William Skull bucket. Because William Skull and Devin Haney, man, ruined the weekend of boxing, bro. Like, wow. Ruined.
Thank goodness for Rolly. Thank goodness for Rolly.
Holy Romero.
Man, hey, Rolly awesome though. Man, I say this. Man, I don't know who's in whose bucket, but I mean, I think Devin's more so in Shakur's bucket because this I will say this. That's one of the first fights we've seen Devin, get on that bike like that.
Woo! He was
maybe,
running. No, he did that before. He used to do that early on in his career. He fought like that.
I didn't care about it.
Yeah, before Antonio Moran. Like the first couple of fights I saw him fight, he fought like that. Like the first couple of times he was on Showtime, he fought like that. I was like, damn, he be moving. Because I was like, well, shit, he can damn sure move. Then he gradually started sitting down more, but he just went back to what he was doing before in that last fight. That's what he looked like. That's what he looked like when he was fighting on, like Showbox. That was a Showbox performance out of Devin.
Damn.
But we're not gonna get we're not getting no real fight out of Terrence and Canelo. Now with them sitting down there eating dinner. That shit doesn't right? That's a bad like what would make you guys think that that's a good optic? Like,
why can't we be friends?
I think, but see, Turkey wants that picture for Turkey's purpose.
Man, he gonna frame it and put it on the wall behind him.
Yeah, he does it. That's what he wants it for his own purpose. He wants it for what people in Saudi Arabia think of him being in the picture with those two fighters.
So he probably got a picture of him holding hands with Bud and all them in his bedroom. He was like, yeah, look at all these people I done held hands with. Like, he ain't got Canelo yet. He ain't getting Al Heyman. I know he ain't about to get Tank over there neither. That's the thing that people be ignoring about Tank. You remember, they got that video when Diddy gave Tank a hug and like lifted him up and things like, yeah, I'm cool on that. Hey, he dipped. He didn't go back. But Devin got that hug and decided to hop in the pool. See, that's the difference between the both of them. Tank seen that stuff for suspect that he bounced. Devin said, nah, I gotta get in the pool now. Nah, they're not the same. They not the same.
Bro, I'm not getting in the pool with P. Diddy. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, like, bro, I'm not getting a pool party with that shit is just ugh. Like, first
I don't know who do that.
Like, dog, I mean, man,
they should have listened to 50.
I don't know.
50 and Eminem been telling people for years.
Some funny ass. I mean, look, that Diddy, first of all, them niggas started, all them New York niggas started that metrosexual shit. So pretty much all of that, like when I knew something was up when he had that nigga Boosie Farnsworth, whatever his name was, walking and carrying an umbrella for him. Right there, you should have known that was some funny business right there, because that's some Morris Day shit. But Morris Day could get away with that shit. Just kind of like Prince could get away with that shit that he did. Yeah. Niggas, if you're not Prince, you can't get away with no mascara, nigga. You know what I mean? Prince got away with that, and it didn't even age well, man. So he got away with it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't. Yeah. No Fugazi shit, dog. No Fugazi. We got to be anti-Fugazi moving forward, man.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I'll say one more thing before I hop out.
Yes, sir.
I sent you this clip on IG. It's the different ways that rappers talk about Tank versus how they talk about Devin. Hey, you gonna like that. You gonna
all
like
right,
that.
Sure. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll catch you later, man.
All right, man.
Peace.
Get back. That's my dude right there. Hold on. Damn. Mike Tyson moved. Did he? Oh, by the way, somebody asked if we can do Roy Jones. Absolutely, we can do Roy Jones. I got a bunch of Roy Jones footage. Pretty dope. All right, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. We gonna be on tomorrow?
Yeah. What time?
I mean, I want to go on early. But
okay, yeah, I'm usually up by 7 or 8 on a Saturday.
Okay, cool. Where do you East Coast or you Central?
Central.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, man. Bet. Peace. Diddy is done, whether he goes to jail or not. Yeah, Diddy is done. Yeah, he's well, he been done on the musical tip. He's been done. That's why they sold him down the river. Anyway, back to Blue. This dude, Blue Bonnet, whatever your fucking name is, nigga. Don't come over here with them fake ass, obvious fake names. At least now, nigga, you use an obvious fake name, so I don't have to try hard. Nigga, you not smart. Anyway, I know you guys want to make money off fighters by getting fighters on fight cards. And I know since you're trying to play that whole Rick Glazier game and you're trying to manage fighters, you're trying to match make, you're trying to do this, that, and other kind of bullshit. Whatever, do whatever the fuck you want to do. However, I'm not going to sit up here and tell somebody not to get paid in money. Because that's what you're doing. When you tell somebody to take cryptocurrency instead of money, you're telling them not to take money for their work. And sometimes when you're dealing with a fucking liar, manipulative liar, you have to make their proposition very, very simple. I like to work for money. Okay? I like to work for money. Now, if you so happen to, while you give me my money, have certain perks that could include stock options in the company, things like that, sure. In corporate America, people do that. And you know what? You get your options once you work there long enough for your stock to vest, right? But guess what? That's for corporate America. That does not work for boxing. What you're trying to do is con somebody out of giving them their money because you have some access to some bullshit that may or may not eventually make them money in the future. You guys are the type of people that would steal little old ladies' retirement money and get them to put it in cryptocurrency. And then they wake up one morning after the FCC or whoever, SEC, raid some offices, and they see the price of their all of their earnings go to nothing because they took their money out of the bank and they gave it to you. Dean by any means said, Fanon, I want to ask you a question. Sure. I'm right here. You can ask me a question. I thought I put a link in the chat. So Blue, Cheyenne, McFargo, whatever the fuck your name is, nigga, I don't really care. I don't go to your channel, nigga. Trying to know I don't. I never listen to you, bro. Never. I will say this, though. You guys out there scamming niggas with this bullshit. Bad advice, acting like you guys are businessmen, nigga. You guys are not businessmen. You guys can stop that fake. Just because you old and just because you got money in your pocket don't make you a businessman. You know what I mean? Just like because you got a hammer, just because like you got a hammer in your garage, it don't make you a carpenter. You know? But yeah, y'all won't be, y'all be a terrible fucking carpenter, but still take money from somebody to build a house. Knowing damn well you don't know how to build no fucking house. Deem in the building. What up, man?
What's up, sir? How you doing, man? You okay?
Man, I'm good. I can't complain about a thing, bro. Just moving it.
Hey, Fanon, I wanted to ask you a question. I had some time to think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that's been bothering me, like, because I love the sport of boxing, Fanon, and certain people, when they get certain treatment, it kind of bothers me because I feel like it doesn't. We claim that we love the sport and we want the sport to go forward, but we don't push the people that we need. So my question is to you, Fanon. Why do you think that Jaron Ennis gets so much vitriol? He don't talk crazy. I mean, he talk crazy about stuff that he actually wants to do, like a boxer should. You know what I'm saying? He work hard. He do what he say he gonna do. He give us great performances. I'm missing a
I'll tell
disconnect,
you why.
man.
Because he
Talk
was
to
with
me.
because he was fighting with the PBC. He was fighting with on Showtime. That's why. He got the same hate he had because he was a quasi PBC fighter. And he was somebody that was going to be fighting Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford was the anti-PBC guy. So they fucking ripped at Jaron because Jaron wanted to fight Terrence. And Blue Bloods set him up off all that dumb shit to frame him for a fucking duck with Terrence Crawford. He just got ran. That's what happened to him. He got
Man,
because he was a PBC fighter. That was what it was. Think about all the fights where all of the bullshit started. Where was he fighting? Fighting
on
on
Showtime.
Showtime. He's fighting on Showtime. He was fighting on PBC produced cards. So he still has the same thing. It's like the dude, that's why I said in videos, he's never even been given the chance to be allowed to be a star before they started ripping at him, accusing him of ducking Terrence Crawford. They claimed Terrence Crawford's lying ass, claiming that he was really considering fighting Jaron Ennis instead of Errol Spence. Like, come on, man. And Terrence co-signed that bullshit.
He did.
Yeah, he did. Terrence co-signed that bullshit. Terrence Crawford know damn well he wasn't trying to fight Jaron. Like, be honest, bro. You talking out of both sides of your fucking neck, man. You know damn well you were not fighting that kid. But you want to act like, yeah, I was really going to fight him. No, you weren't. You were going to fight Jaron. You're going to fight Errol for a bunch of money, and everybody fucking knows it. But he sat up there and acted like, yeah, I want him to fight, and I sent him a contract, and we was going to. You a lie, nigga. You just lying. I don't give a fuck what you said to set up your lie. I'm telling you, bro, I can set up a lie. I'll just be like, okay, send him a contract. Yeah, send him a contract and, tell him we can fight, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Just say, yeah, I'm willing to do it. That's all he said. He said to that dude over on the channel whose name I don't want to say, because, nigga, I know you're small for real. You fake. Anyway, you niggas want to run that kid's name down because that kid was associated with the PBC. That's why you were tearing him down. Same reason you turned Errol down. Same reason out of the fucking blue. There was a war on Jermell Charlo. All of a sudden, there's a war on Jamal Charlo. It's like, what the fuck is all this negative shit about Jamal and Jermell and negative shit about Keith Thurman? And it's all because these niggas didn't want to give you a fucking press pass. Don't act like I don't know what the fuck it is. You niggas wanted to get special treatment from the PBC, and they told your asses no. So you fucking have a vendetta out on them. And so you went to work with Bill. And Bill helped you in your vendetta against the PBC. And you guys build this nigga up, Devin, who ain't good. Man, fuck out. Devin can get the fuck out of boxing and nobody would know the difference. Like, for real. You guys got to build this shit up. Like, seriously, man, look what they do. When you do a hype job, you necessarily are tearing down the good ones. Look at all the fucking publicity these niggas do for Devin. When everybody fucking knows that Devin and Jaron Ennis are the same fucking size. Those guys belong in the same weight class, and one guy is way better than the other. So you just don't want Jaron to have any shine. Just like you didn't want Gary Russell Jr. to have any shine. You don't want Gervonta to have any shine. You don't want Shakur to have any shine. Because your guys a bunch of naggy bitches. That's what you are. And if you're not with us, you're against us type shit. So you want to go to war with every fucking body, bro. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, that's what it is.
And for not apart, this where the contradictory lies in all of they shit. Because for now, what's the biggest when people try to defend Crawford and all of them, what they say? Oh, they a black man and they so skilled. How y'all don't appreciate the skills? Then why y'all doing that to Jaron? Because name me 5 fighters that's more skilled than Jaron is. If we talking about boxing and it being a black man and black fathers, name me a better boxing dad than Bozy Ennis. But if we want to talk about skills and talent, and we should appreciate the same argument that used for Crawford, we should appreciate that man's skills. Then why y'all don't appreciate Jaron Ennis? I'm confused.
Because they're hypocrites.
Yep. I
You
see
heard
one thing.
you heard him say it when old girl Toya. I'm sorry. I'll let you go, David, on that. But let me just put it in. When you remember when Toya ass said, "Bill, I really want to cheer. I really want to root for Devin. But the problem is you keeping me from really rooting for Devin because Devin keeps tearing down other black fighters. He's tearing down Shakur. You're tearing down Gervonta. You're tearing down Gary Antoine Russell, right? Tore down, could just out of the blue for no fucking good reason, called Brian Norman ass.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So it's like, why I really want to like him, but we can't because you look. And you know what Bill said? Bill's response was, I don't care about anybody else other than my son. I care about my son. Fuck the rest of them. So let's get it right for what Bill's position is. Bill's position is if it's Devin, then all black people need to stick together with Devin. But if people don't want to stick together, but if it's somebody else, fuck them. If it's another black person other than Devin, fuck them. But if it's Devin, all black people have to stick with Devin. But nobody has to stick with anybody if Devin doesn't like them. So, dog, it's fucking ridiculous. I've been telling you, they don't give a rat's fat ass about what other people think or what is good for other people other than themselves. And it comes out in the way that they handle themselves. General manager with the super sticker. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, bro. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, man. One thing I gotta say, at least with Boosie, Boots dad, you don't see him in the picture in the video in front of Boots just running his mouth. You know what I mean? He let his son be a man. He let his boys go ahead, grow and be a man. They speak for themselves. They talk for themselves. Devin can basically put two sentences together and make sense. That's why he got Bill got to step out there and he wants the limelight. He need to cut it out. For real. He hurts Devin more than anybody else can. He does the most destruction as soon as he opens up his mouth. For somebody who dress around in all black and try to be a Black Panther in disguise and tear down other brothers the way he do,
But got a white wife. But go.
yeah, you know what I mean. He man, he, uh, he just a walking country. He just fake.
Hey,
You
y'all, can I
see it a
get y'all
mile
opinion?
away.
This something else that been bothering me, y'all, and like I had to step away because I love boxing, man. I have for now the first fight. I think I told you this that I really fell in love with boxing. I was with my dad. He was with all his homeboys in the basement. We had just bought a new crib, and De La Hoya was fighting Felix Trinidad for now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
Oh
like,
yeah.
so imagine
yeah.
being a kid, and that's the first fight you get introduced to, sitting on your dad lap. You see what I'm saying? You kind of have no choice but to fall in love with it. Just hearing how my dad and his friends was arguing back and forth for nine about who won the fight. I'm talking about for nine. It was like a spectacle at that time. Who
Yeah, I
won? De
remember.
La Hoya
Yeah.
and Trinidad, right? And the part that bothers me for now is I hear it's like because now it's kind of like the same thing with the ring culture in basketball. It's like we can't appreciate the guys while they on the up and coming. Look at what they are trying to do to Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, 22, 23 years old. We didn't put that same pressure on everybody else. Let's enjoy him on his way up. You see what I'm saying? Like they got
Mm-hmm.
that. It's like I'm not allowed to enjoy Fanon Scooter Davis. Soon as I say
Yeah.
something, Fanon, you know what they say? He only got 7 fights. What that got to do with what I see from him?
Uh,
Emmanuel Vargas.
you
I'm
know
not
what? They
allowed to
can't see
enjoy him.
potential. Yeah.
But that and it's like that's the sad part about Bob. We supposed to be loving the guys that's accomplished and proving it while also praising the young guys that's on their way up. I can't say nothing
Yep.
about Abdullah Mason. You know what they say? Oh, it's too early. It's this, that, and the third. Y'all wasn't saying that shit about Lomachenko when
Nope.
he got a championship belt at his third fight. So it's just like, Fanon, I can't enjoy David Morrell. You know why, Fanon? Well, David Benavidez, Canelo, he ain't. It's like, that's the part about boxing that I'm absolutely coming to hate, y'all. I can't enjoy these other young guys and foreshadow what I think they potential and what they have. It's like, if you thought how boxing fans thought, Fanon, it wouldn't be no NBA draft. They don't know what the hell these players going to
Uh-huh.
do. They're going off of what they saw and they're projecting what they may do in the future. Could they be wrong? Maybe. Could they be right? Maybe. But that's the part about boxing that I'm hating so much. We didn't, to all the Devin fans and all that, Devin wasn't treated like that when he was on the up and coming. He wasn't
Hold
treated
on,
like
man.
that. Go
Hold
ahead,
on,
Fanon.
man. When Devin was on the up and coming, nigga, if you said something about Devin Haney when he was on the up and coming, you have one of these niggas threaten your life. No,
Uh-huh.
that's how much bullshit these niggas are. I'm gonna tell you what is fucking boxing up on YouTube, and I maintain it. It's you petty fucking thugs. It's all you niggas that think that you can muscle niggas out of this, muscle niggas out of that. You bring that shit to YouTube with your mouth. Now niggas, who said that shit? It was Greg Hackett said back, when niggas was on the street, they used to have to go with it with guns, but now you're all on the internet, you go with that with your mouths. That's
Yeah.
what you're doing to these people. You motherfuckers are out there doing conservative. You are literally trying to do social media hit jobs on people's reputations, man. That's why I say
Yep.
you're a bunch of fucking bitches, and I wouldn't be surprised if you were taking it from Turkey because you act like some bitches. So you don't really have a problem, Dean, with boxing. You got a problem with them bitches, and so you got a
Uh-huh.
problem because
Yes.
for real, they're the ones doing that shit. Like you can't like they're like doing a Howard Cosell, bro, or to put it on a Larry Merchant. Because you guys remember, as soon as somebody does something good, there he is with who you gonna fight next.
Okay.
Fuck,
Yep.
Yep.
fuck what you just did in the ring. Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, think about what Larry Merchant used to do to Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd has been training for like, however long for this big fight. He puts on a great performance. He's winning. And right when it's time for this motherfucker to be walking out the ring, this nigga walk in his face and start, well, everybody knows that fight was garbage. What are you going to do next? And
Yeah.
every time they talk to Floyd, it's what are you going to do next? It's never, oh, let's celebrate what you just did. It's always, what are you going to do next? So in the what these motherfuckers did to Tank in the Lamont Roach fight, they were so fucking bad that they argued that Tank shouldn't even fight anybody at all
Yeah.
because Lomachenko ducked the fight and he ultimately retired. But everybody knew Tank was supposed to be fighting him. But then he couldn't do the fight. So Tank has to find somebody to fight. And they complained about every single solitary person he could possibly want to fight. None of them were good enough. He had to go to 147 for the fight to fight Jaron.
But none of them are.
That's the shit. That's the shit you're sick of. That bullshit. And those are specific people doing that shit. You got bug eyes coming up with the no run rule. That nigga didn't come up with that fucking rule. They spoon fed that nigga the fucking idea, and then he puts it out, and then they echo chamber the shit all over the fucking place, and they fake their own fucking influence. If you were niggas was as influential as you thought you were, as you really are, you wouldn't be biting my shit. You wouldn't even be watching me. But because your shit is fake, and you know your shit is fake, you still gotta watch me because my shit's real. And you niggas are fucking bums at what you're doing. Stop fucking. You don't have to run somebody down to a mud hole, bro. You don't have to do that shit, but that's what you do because you're trying to tear down the PBC. Because you guys declared war on Al Heyman, war on Floyd because you couldn't beat Floyd in the ring. And it sits bitter with you that guy did as well as he's doing, and it sits bitter to you that the PBC doesn't need your raggedy fucking YouTube channel or your obnoxious ass questions. The audacity that you niggas thought that you were more important than Kelly Swanson. I remember when Kelly Swanson wants me to stand in line. That's what you cried about, bro, because they wouldn't give you fucking special treatment. Anyway, go ahead, man. What do you got to say, Dave?
Yeah, I was about to say, but you didn't hear them motherfuckers say not a mumbling word about Lomachenko, Loma ducking. They never said a word about that. They just say, oh, Loma needs some time off, blah, blah, blah. He'll make a decision ready. No, that's a duck. He was
No,
already
David,
in negotiation.
they made it Gervonta fault. They said Gervonta waited too long.
Yeah,
Now he old and he could retire. That's what
exactly.
they saying now.
Yeah. And now that's the excuse they trying to throw up on it. That's the thing that got me. These cats, they started out they always been anti-PBC. Then they graduated over. Oh, we over here with ESPN. We over here on Penny Pinch and Bob's nuts. Oh, hey, it's an Arab motherfucker over there. Oh, hold up. We gotta make it stop first. Next thing you know, they was doing the matchroom thing with from Top Rank. Then next thing you know, they all the way over in Saudi Arabia on their hands and knees. You know what I mean? The savior of boxing and all this bullshit.
Man,
But
David, I
still
really,
hating PBC.
man, I had a prime example of this, y'all, will open my eyes. I had did a video a while back about John Opataya, right? And for none, I wasn't expecting it to get no views like that because I ain't thinking Jai Opataya is somebody that people that interested in. Even though for none, he's one of the most talented fighters in boxing right now. Like absolutely. Right? I made a video, y'all. The video kind of go viral for where my channel's at, right? Does thousands of views, right?
Yeah.
Right?
And so many people so many Hawaiian people, so many people from Australia for nine. I didn't even know they knew my channel. And they was commenting for nine, and they said, Dean, we appreciate you even talking about Jai Opataya. It'd be hard for us to get in boxing because we want to get in boxing, but even our side or our people ain't nobody representing us. And that kind of made me sad, like to the point it was like, damn, like Jai Opataya could really be like it's people that really support him, but you wouldn't even know that because he don't get talked about. So they was thankful that I was even mentioning him or bringing him up, and I was like, damn, like I can't be the only one that feel this way. Y'all not watching this guy. Y'all don't see how good he is. I don't care what stage he's on and all of this, that, and the third. Did you watch the man? That's a bad mother. You know what? Somebody gonna have to deal with him. And it just that was just another example of what y'all was talking about. Is like we get stuck on just like I can't enjoy nobody else if it's not Tank, Devin, or Shakur or one of these other guys. I can't even enjoy the rest of the people in boxing. They will not let you. Well, you're not gonna fight David. Well, tell him to go fight David Benavidez. Well, tell him to go up and fight Tyson Fury. He's at cruiserweight. So it's just I don't know, Fanon. It just bothers me a lot the way I see. Soon as you mention anything about how much we like Abdullah Mason, well, you know he got dropped
Yep.
twice. Well, you know he not ready. He need to. It's like, damn, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You
What
can't-
about
they
Cormel Moten?
Good shit.
Cormel Moten. I still like that. I love that boy. That boy got some skills. And he got some power. He's double fisted power. But he's coming along just fine. And Dean, you mentioned Scooter Davis. I like Scooter.
I
Scooter
like
got
Scooter a
perfect
lot.
form. He got perfect form. And his footwork is coming along beautifully. And he keeps his head on the swivel along with the rest of his body. He's not standing there just moving his head back to avoid shots. He's being creative in avoiding shots, setting
David, let
himself
me
up
ask you
for the
something.
comeback.
When was the
Yeah.
last time you seen anybody at any weight class hit somebody with a devastating one punch body blow like Scooter Davis just did? For now, when he hit him, it sounded like a shotgun. I knew the boy was going down as soon as I heard the punch. Over. You're not getting up from that.
Man, my only reaction was damn.
Like
That's all I
like,
could say was damn.
perfect
I looked at it, I
technique.
said, damn. I was
Perfect
like,
technique.
yeah.
Kept his feet squared, kept his shoulders low, used his hips, and that's what happens. And then like I said, I like his personality as well. People like that should be getting more shine. People
True
want to talk
that.
about everybody will beat Emmanuel Vargas. I don't know if they will or not. The thing is,
No,
I like Emmanuel Vargas. I don't care what his
that boy,
dad did. Stop
yo,
saying that he gonna take P. That's the narrative on him for now. Oh, he gonna be taking PEDs soon. That like bro, whatever his dad did, I hope he don't do that. But like he does has that happened yet? Y'all putting that on that boy? He just getting
yeah,
started.
blaming him for the mistakes of his father.
I
You know
just
what I
can't
mean? You
rock with
can't
that.
do that. You can't do that. You can't blame him for the mistakes of his father.
Hey man, you
You
know
know
what
what
that
I mean?
reminds me of, bro? Do you know Corey Lee boxing? You ever seen Corey Lee boxing? Corey,
No, I haven't. I have.
yeah, Corey Lee boxing used to come around the channel a long time ago. He got a boxing channel, but that's how he was about Alexander Usyk. Man, that dude was praising Alexander Usyk. He used to get on my nerves about it because that was when Deontay Wilder was the champion, and like even before Anthony Joshua had got the 3 belts, he was talking about Usyk. And that's how I feel like just listening to you talk about Jai Opatai and those type of fighters that really don't get a lot of the credit. And you
Mm-hmm.
do start talking about them. But that's because a lot of these guys are just media plants, bro. It's hard to talk. It's really hard to talk about. It's hard to talk about a lot of stuff because people want to they'll redirect you back to topics that they want you to discuss, you know? But
Mm-hmm.
No,
anyway,
I agree. I agree. I agree.
yeah.
I wanted to chop it up with y'all as far as that, man, because that's important to me in the sport of boxing. Yeah, it's cool to talk about Tank. It's cool to talk about Shakur and Devin and all of them. We got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fighters. And even for now, it'd be hard as content creators to get time to talk about those other guys because there's always something else in the news surrounding everybody else that we gotta talk about. I
Yeah.
gotta give my opinion on it. You know what I mean? Like I can't just let Bill go out here and tell a lie and we just leave it out there because we've seen how much damage that does when you do that.
Man, they don't even give a shit either, bro.
Nope.
Like I'm seriously, man. I'll be seeing these dudes lie, and I'm like, God dang, you lie easy. Like
Mm,
they
that's
lie easy. They don't stutter, they don't do nothing. They just boom.
that's the worst thing about it. The lies, man. That's the
Hey,
worst thing about it.
for now, who is, in your opinion, give me 5 guys that's up and coming fighters that haven't cracked the mold, but you think have potential of being next up after this group of guys start phasing out that we normally talk about.
Okay. Xander Zayas. So Xander Zayas. I love Xander Zayas. We don't talk about
Me
Xander
too.
Zayas a lot. We really don't talk about David Benavidez enough. So
Absolutely.
No.
I'm gonna throw David Benavidez in there
Yeah.
because he's still young too. Of course, there's Jaron. I like Brian Norman, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That him bouncing that fucking head off the top of somebody's canvas. That shit was nice.
That was nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Norman. We don't talk about Bam enough. I'll tell you the people that I fuck around and don't get to talk about enough. Bam. I don't get enough talk about Bam. Smaller weight classes, but just fucking nasty as shit. Shit, Fundora is very underrated for what Fundora is doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fundora is very underrated. I would have said Keyshawn, but Keyshawn fucked up. But 7,
Yep.
Yeah.
Andy Cruz for sure. Raymond Ford's a prick, but I like Raymond Ford as a
Me
fighter.
too. I feel
I
the
fuck
same
with
way
him.
for now.
He's a prick. He acts like a prick as a person, but as a fighter, I fucks with Raymond Ford. And then of course, we got Schofield. Can't leave Schofield out of that. I don't think he was ready for I don't think
Shakur.
he was ready for Shakur. But so Floyd Schofield, man, shit. I kind of like Vito Melanecki. I like him.
Mhm. How you feel about
That's a
Vargas?
lot. Oh, I say he's nice as shit. Emiliano Vargas.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's nice as shit.
yeah,
Emiliano Vargas, man. I'm
Hmm.
glad he's a real fighter, bro, because I was thinking maybe he wasn't like a real fighter. He's a real fighter.
No,
Like
that boy got
yeah,
skills.
yes,
they didn't just
yeah,
pick that shit up. They're fighters.
yeah,
So
you do.
yeah. A fucking Emiliano Vargas is nice as shit.
Yeah,
What about Shakur, little cousin? How you feel about Shakur, little
Zaquan,
cousin?
honestly, man, I shouldn't be giving Zaquan Moses no pub because he stood me up like 3 times.
Okay.
Like I didn't understand this shit. Zaquan, no, for real. Like Zaquan, their camp called me to say he wanted to come on the show, and I had him like 3 times. I stopped putting him in the title because I was like, man, he like fucking playing with me or some shit. The last time I knew he was gonna cancel, I was like, okay. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. And I verified that it was actually him too. So
Okay.
this weird shit. But as far as a fighter, him and Kermel Moton, I like it. I like the energy because they had that little face off.
uh-huh.
So I like it. I like the energy.
Him
Go
and
ahead.
Okay.
him and Vargas had a face off recently. Coleman Moten and Vargas. I was like, oh, I want to see that. I want to see that. I want
How
to
you
see
feel
that
about
fight.
Telez for 9? Because that's Jaron potential opponent. I like him,
Jonas,
yo.
you talking about Jonas Telez?
Yes, I like him. I'm not gonna
Yeah, I like
lie.
him.
I
I
like
like him.
Telez.
Yeah, I like him. I like him. I think he'll fall short with Boots, but I like him.
Of course. But yeah, I
Yeah,
like
I
him.
think he'll fall short,
Absolutely.
only because I think kind of like he looks a little bit like. Matter of fact, I hope I got the right guy. My mind's eye. There's a couple. Thank God, there's more Cuban. There's enough Cubans to not know all of them now.
And
Man,
oh,
that's one
that,
thing that they overcame. The PBC helped. They overcame the Cubans, man, helping these Cuban fighters get on. But
yeah.
Jonas Telez, it seems like he's a little wide for me right now, and he's kind of walking down. So he kind of looks a little bit like David Morrell. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna put a hold on, but he looks good from what I can see, man.
Now, how
Michelle
you feel
Rivera
about
is Dominican. He's not Puerto Rican, or he's not Cuban. Michelle Rivera is Dominican.
David Morrell after the Benavidez loss? After
Love
seeing
it.
him against that, yeah. He showed a lot. Even though he lost,
Yeah.
he showed for that level of competition. Because to be real, people say it ain't no boogeyman in boxing. I kind of disagree with that. I think Jaron Ennis is one, and I think David Benavidez absolutely. If he
Yeah.
not, it don't get more boogeyman than David
Than him.
Benavidez because
Hell
don't
no.
nobody want to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
Like they literally don't. And the thing I love about David Benavidez, y'all, and this is what I tell all the other fighters that claim everybody is ducking them. Do what David Benavidez did. Put people in position where it's not a question if they're ducking you. You know why? Because you get the whole boxing community on your side that way. They don't hold it against you when you move up like Jaron Ennis just did. David Benavidez put Canelo in a position to duck him. And then before this fight got announced, he called out Terence Crawford and told them, okay, y'all want to fight? There's no way you should be fighting Canelo before me. So I want the winner of that fight. Oh, yeah, I'll come back down to 168 to fight you. But until then, I'm going to take the top prospect in David Morrell Jr., who's been asking to fight me. And then I'm going to put myself in position for an undisputed fight at 175. Tell me how you. Oh, yeah, on top of that, after beating Caleb Plant and Boo Boo,
Mm-hmm.
you got to love how David Benavidez is moving, man. He's literally doing, people
Mm-hmm.
talk about being smart in the business and great representation and all of those things. Well, I don't know too many fighters right now moving smarter than David Benavidez. Because, and
David
why I say that
Benavidez.
for now, because you're putting yourself in position to gain the respect. But you don't see people out here really trashing David Benavidez because he put him in a position where it's hard to do that. You would literally have to lie on that man at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm telling these other fighters. Put yourself in the best position. So if God, because people always worry about, well, if if I go over there, that promotional company might do this and might, man, forget all that, brother. Put yourself in the best position to where as though they have to duck you. To where as though you got the sanctioning bodies on your side. You got your promotional company on your side. You got YouTube channels that even if they support the other fighter, you put them in a position to drop this belt, to get stripped, anything like that, where it's so hard for them to even criticize what you're doing. And I tell people that all the time, but they don't want to use, and David Benavidez talks too. He talk his ish too, on top of that. So, like I said, I just think the way he's moving and he's taking the proper steps to be where he say he wants to be. I respect that.
Yeah, I do as well, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, what's on your mind, Thomas Hill? Hey, before you do that, Thomas, let me get this. Phoenix the Assassin said, first boxing I was introduced to was Mike Tyson. My dad told me about him. My dad's favorite fighter was Hector Camacho, Floyd, Tank, Wilder, Mike Tyson. Yeah, my dad's favorite is without a doubt Joe Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on 1 second. Phoenix the Assassin. Okay. I got to make sure I'm reading all this.
My dad put me
Hold on 1 second.
Ali.
Hold on 1 second. Phoenix the Assassin says, what do you think about the fireman and cop on the Fatal Fury undercard? One of them could be Shakur's opponent after Zepeda. Step up from the electrician. I haven't seen you killing these niggas, man. So anyway, go ahead, David Lynn. David, were you trying to say something?
Oh no, I was saying my dad put me on. I sit down and watch the broadcast after the fight happened on Wild World of Sports with my dad. We would see the Ali fights, Sugar Ray Leonard, you know.
Yeah.
Man, definitely, yeah. Back in them days, man, Joe Frazier, Joe Frazier hook is still legendary. The one he caught Ali with, that broke my heart, man. That hook he hit Ali with broke my heart that day. George Foreman, but when Ali got him, oh man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful setup. He let him wail on him for 14 rounds and then just bam, just came out. That rope-a-dope. I can't believe he took that much punishment and still was able to go ahead and get George Foreman out of there. You know? Yeah, but it had to be Ali before me and my dad watching Wild World of Sports, watching Muhammad Ali on Worldwide Sports.
Yeah, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Agony of defeat.
Getting fucked up off them skis. God.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, coming down that. Oh man, that was crazy. That was crazy.
The coldest part about it is the agony of defeat was when my man went off the dang the ski slope and then fell on the ground. Well, not on the ground, but on the snow. They said it right when my man hit the ground on the snow.
When he crashed out like that. That shit was crazy.
That was crazy.
It was like, God damn, glad that nigga lived.
Yeah. But man, I mean, those were the good days, man. I love the wide world of boxing, man. The wide world of sports. We used to get a lot of good stuff going on that channel.
Hey man, you know, it used to be dope that we don't get now. They'd really they'd be trying to sell for pay-per-view for $50 million. Remember with the stars competitions used to be on TV?
Oh yeah.
Battle of the Stars.
Battle of the Stars.
Yeah.
That's all this stupid shit these niggas are selling us is.
That's facts.
Them motherfuckers, the Jacksons used to get down, bro, in that bad. They can hoop, bro. The Jacksons can hoop. The motherfuckers can run. Bill Cosby could play tennis. You found a lot of the motherfuckers doing shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now you find out a lot about these people that you only see from one certain other thing. I was gonna come in and say about something that Dean had said. He was talking about Abdullah Mason, how they'll find a way to put Abdullah Mason down. And a lot of it is also who you're affiliated with, and then some of it is also who you possibly can be an opponent against. And these people get defensive when anything that is new come in the way of somebody that's their favorite fighter. And they start talking down on folks. It's crazy how we do that. And I mean, I just wish we can get to the point where we support these fighters like we used to do back in the days, man. We wanted to see the fights, so we supported them. Yeah, we rooted for one over another, but we never disrespected them. It's just so much disrespect now. It's just ridiculous.
You know what the funny thing is, bro? Like if you were talking with boxing people, like when we used to have to talk boxing and it wasn't on the internet, like really the shit wouldn't get so bad, because if it ever got as heated, niggas would fight, bro. Like you don't have you're not gonna talk boxing with somebody that annoys you that much in the real world. It's only on social media that you have to hear these obnoxious fuckers getting on
Exactly.
you know what I mean? And then it was like, and because man, I've been into boxing my whole life, with the exception during the time I was like in law school where I really couldn't focus on it much. But man, there used to be the forums, how bad it was. They would talk about black people in these forums. So like you guys really don't know how many of these boxing fans are rarely really racist, bro. I mean, like now you get to hear people complaining, but before it'd be like they'd be in your comment section like you nigger, you monkey, go back to jail. You go back. I'm serious. It was like that bad. You left a comment back in the day. That's how bad those dudes would get on you. They didn't go anywhere. They just can't do it on social media. Now they have those people are now they just have to hide behind being polite. Or a lot of them ran over to the UFC hoping that the UFC would be their saving grace. Now the UFC's falling the fuck apart and they're going to have to come back to boxing. But trust me, those group of people are so sick of getting their ass whooped by black people that they just will always tear down black fighters because we've been dominant for so long. But then you got these monkey niggas that want to split the black population into two by tearing down really 90%. Every popular black fighter they tear down, and they're always trying to bring up the next prospect because the prospect is the only one that's going to hire them to do that bullshit job to begin with.
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I want to tell y'all about one of the best stories in boxing, and y'all gonna laugh, y'all. We don't even give enough praise to a guy like Rolly Romero. As trash as Rolly's supposed to be, for him to be a 2-division champ, well, you let him tell it, he a 3-division champ. For him to after that Gervonta Davis loss, even after the Pitbull loss, for Rolly to be as trash as people say that he is, and for him to accomplish the things that he's doing, being not that well, we don't even appreciate his personality. Rolly is good for boxing.
I like Rolly.
Rolly is good for boxing. Rolly is hilarious.
I love Rolly say the crazy shit out his mouth. And the shit just have you fucking rolling.
But guess what, though, David? He crazy as a fox, though, because some stuff he be right on point with. He be right on point with. But we praise these other guys, but then we talk about championships and them getting the belts. Well, Rolly is supposed to be trash and he's overachieving. I gotta put some type of respect on the overachiever. Some type of it. I can't enjoy Rolly. You know why? Because he fought Gervonta Davis. That's why you're not allowed to give Rolly Romero credit. That's the truth of the matter.
That's a fact.
Thomas Hill, no.
No, that's a fact. That's why anybody's going to get slighted that has anything to do with Gervonta Davis. And for that matter, the PBC, man, to go to a bigger faction of it. If you got anything to do with, I think for the life of me, that's why Boots gets the flack that he's got because of his affiliation with the PBC through Showtime. I think that's why, a lot of stuff is going on, man. And it's sad that, a lot of people that's doing it, like Fanon just got through saying, is these monkey Mickey freakies, man, that just trying to throw a split or a riff through us. Like this man has people naming him their firstborn child after him that normally don't even mess with us, dog. And this dude is bad. He's been doing it successfully for many years now, putting on the greatest of events, not just boxing, but concerts and all kind of other things. And he don't know what he doing. Nah, he
That's
beating
what.
them at their own game, and they can't stand it. And like
Yep.
Fanon said, he got bots out there to try to denigrate them at any given chance.
Hey man, just so you know, the people that are my age in the media, the writers and stuff, the people that are my age in the media, hated Michael Jackson too. Niggas hated on Michael Jackson so hardcore. So the fact that Al Heyman did that Pepsi concert just tells me, man. Y'all, man, racism, I'm telling you, man, it's nasty out there, dog. It's nasty. You remember, like, when disco was going so well, basically, black folk created a new type of music called disco, and it was doing so well that it took over all of music, and they created this movement called, what is it, like disco sucks. Even though it didn't suck at all, they started burning the albums and just going nuts on any type of thing that where black people showed any ability to have any success. They hate that shit. So I'm talking.
Hey, Fanon, is disco like Michael Jackson's Rock With
Off
You?
the wall? Yeah.
Is that
Like
an
that.
example of disco? Okay, I love that
Definitely.
song.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and it started off the early stages. Disco came from basically the early stages of house music, and it went
Okay.
in and it gravitated over into its own genre.
Nah,
Where
let me
they
correct you.
started.
Let me correct you on that. That's a little wrong. House music was basically disco is what we call deep house is disco. That's called deep house because but it's house music because it was music that was already in your house. So there was a disco sucks movement, which was like in the early 1980s, right? Which cut off disco. But in order to have disco, they started calling disco the disco music. They started calling it house because it was still records you had in your house. And so like a whole another generation of people who had not really heard a lot of it, and they used to play a lot of B-sides. So it wouldn't just be the regular song, it would be the B-sides, like the shit you would have never heard before.
It'd be a whole lot of instrumental.
Yeah, the long instrumentals and all, long instrumentals and all of that shit. So but basically the house came from disco. But yeah, man, disco is like, you ever heard of Donna Summer?
Oh
Yes.
Donna Summer
she was a queen.
Yeah, Donna Summer is all disco. That's all disco. Is Donna Summer.
My dad loved Michael Jackson. My dad had me when he was a little older, so he was born in like 53, I think 53 or 54. Rest in peace to him. But that's how I know so much about Michael Jackson, because my dad was just like the biggest Michael Jackson fan I knew. You hear what I'm saying? Like, so I just growing up, I used to always hear that in the car and stuff like that. That's why I was like, I wanted to know what was the difference between the two. Like, I guess Rock With You, that's like a prime example of what disco was.
Technically speaking, bro, like I'm not a music guy, so somebody else can tell you better. The way that I think of it is, like, Michael Jackson had discos. Like, disco is when you hear the orchestras and shit. You know, like these motherfuckers literally got orchestras. You'll hear like violins. You'll hear a full-fledged fucking orchestra of music. Like, you remember Barry White, old big fat black dude with a really deep voice?
My grandmother's favorite artist. My grandmother's favorite artist.
Like, he's the king of like that whole, like, you're listening to shit. It's a full-fledged fucking orchestra, nigga, with beats to a full-blown orchestra. But then, of course, it became popular, and people started, white folk took it over, and it became so ubiquitous that they literally, like, hard rock musicians couldn't sell albums because that's all that was selling. That was all that was selling. So they had this big thing to tear it down, bro. And then because rock music was going out of business.
Okay. Man, my grandma, if you said anything bad about Barry White, you was getting in a rumble. Every time I went to my grandma's crib, she playing Barry White. Or who was the other artist? Or Marvin Gaye and
Teddy
Frankie Beverly
Pendergrass.
and
Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. You know why I'm laughing when he said Teddy Pendergrass.
Why? Because of what he got caught with or him telling him, take the panties off. Man, that nigga was saying, turn off the lights, ho.
Turn them off.
Turn them goddamn lights.
Turn them off.
Hey, Fanon, but what you said. Hey, yeah, that was my guy. But what you said cannot be overstated enough, man. Like, they appropriate whatever they hate, and unfortunately, they hate our stuff. But I remember they used to talk bad about rap. Now they use rap to promote any and everything they got.
Oh
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, Devin Haney is a pop version of Floyd Mayweather.
K-pop.
That nigga is a pop version of Floyd Mayweather, nigga, for sure.
His ass would be getting played in Target.
Absolutely.
Hey,
I mean, when you look at it, like you really look at how they fight, nigga, the hell no, nigga, that's what you call the Timo version or some shit. Floyd.
No, he the Timo version of Tank. Because everything he do, he try to be like Tank.
No, you know,
just like Timo, that. I like Mike's video.
Tank is fucking Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull Cruz is the Timo version of Tank.
Yeah.
That's Timo Tank right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom is here. If Devin and Brian Norman Jr. do fight, y'all know how fights be having names. I got the perfect name for Devin and Brian Norman Jr. We gonna call that My Sons.
My three sons.
Man, Devin going to run. He is not gonna fight no Brian Norman Jr.
Hey David,
knowing that he's still having them nightmares of Rolly. I mean of Ryan Garcia. He is not gonna fight that man, yo.
Hey, Arena.
Arena, the queen.
Arena said, I'm from the old school. I listen to Barry White, the OJs, the Temptations, and the list goes on. Yeah, I gotta go. Hey, y'all, but I'm about to get up out of here, man. Just so y'all know. Man.
Hey, great show.
Chopping it up with me, man.
Peace and blessings, brothers.
Peace and blessings to you, brother. Peace. All right, y'all. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for chopping it up with this Friday. I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow. I think I got one more Cash App that I might have missed. Thank you guys for supporting me today. For real. You know how that goes. Thank you so much. Terrell said, can we get some Roy Jones footage tomorrow? Yes, absolutely. We have Roy Jones. We have a lot of Roy Jones Jr. footage for you. All right, bro. Deuces.